and sit down.
Hello gang, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and my sidekick for the night is Fox, aka modelmakingguru.
Mr. Comedy Jazz Hands, hello!
How you doing, mate? All right?
I am not three bad, my friend. I am not three bad. How are you diddling?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Looking forward to doing a bit more on the old Baneblade of goodness, mate. I'll just have a quick look who's in the chat. We got Lynn in from Lynn Dipple saying hello to everyone. Gemma Williams is in.
Hi, Gemma.
Hello. Hi, Gemma. Dad's in.
Father.
And he's also in the background as well, doing his Morgan Freeman bit.
Go on, give us a quick dad blip. Go on, give us a quick dad blip.
I am.
Sue's in, the Ice Queen, saying hello to everyone, as is Plastic Monkey. Lynn's saying hello to everyone. She's saying I'm still working on the first episode of Guess What I'm Building. Wish there was a 20-minute music track that I could use. It's hard trying to find music that sounds alike, same beat. Yeah, try humming. Plastic saying hello to Dan. Raging Modeller's in, saying hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone.
Mayhem Model Works is in. Andy McClish. Hello, Andy. All right, mate. See everyone saying hello to each other. Yeah, it's people saying hello to Dad. That's Fox saying good evening, ladies and gentle sperms, or gerbil sperms even. Andy saying we got the good-looking one, Colin, the giddy idiot, Fox, and the debonair, Mr. Suave, Dad.
I'm not giddy. Baby.
No, of course you're not. Phil East is in, saying good evening. Hello, Phil. John Pole's in. Hello, John. All right, mate. Hope you're doing okay. Lord I Bobbins is in. Says hello to Fox and Festa's Funhouse.
Can I just say that I just got a sudden wave of disappointment when you said hello, John, and then you didn't say got a new motor.
Hello, John. Got a new motor.
There you go. A bit like Alexis Hill, but not quite.
No. Hello, John. Got a new motor.
Hello. It's in my head now. Oh, God.
Classic tune, was it? Classic tune.
Oh, yeah.
Phyllis is saying he's good, thanks. And Lynn is on her Android TV. This says 13th for the 2nd, 21. Yeah, I don't know what it is with you and dates, Lynn, but hey, you know.
Yes. I did. Yeah. When I posted up about your stream, I did say, just to keep things safe, it is 11:50. Let's just say it's 11:59.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had a notification through last night saying it was 30 minutes from starting.
Yeah. I post mine up an hour in advance, and it says the 3 hours. It'll be live.
Absolutely,
in 3 hours,
but Lynn's the chief stream rivet counter these days. If you make a mistake on your stream, Lynn will point it out.
Steady Harris.
Yeah.
Steady Harris.
Right, I'm going to switch to down cam anyway. Have a bit of that. And now I don't know which one to use. We have to use the sideways one. Or the down one. I don't know which one to use. Would help if I switch the OBS camera
that one's
on,
not
it?
actually working.
No, it's because I haven't started my virtual camera.
There you go. I don't know what you're going to be working on tonight.
I'm going to be doing a bit of gluage of said bits and bobs and all of that. So probably leave it on down cam for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's navigator's choice.
Have a bit of down cam for a change.
Down cam.
But yeah, I've not done anything more on it since last time, apart from 3D printed a set of mud flaps.
Ooh.
Let's put that on.
Mud flaps.
That'll sit just on the front of said tankage.
I haven't got mud flaps on mine.
Yeah, so I've got flaps.
Show your flaps on camera, dear.
But before I do anything else, you might want to prepare yourself for a trouser tent.
Oh, hang on. Let me just stabilise the desk for sudden movements.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Do it to me. Do it to me.
Can you hear?
Are you ready, Fox?
Oh. Oh, moist. I'm clamping.
Are you all right? You're clenching.
I'm clamping. Ooh. I'm not going to stand up for a minute. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, you're all right there, mate.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah. Valkyrie, my friend.
So this is the bit where we say your work is done, isn't it?
Yeah, I can rest now. I can rest easy, at least for a bit.
Who would have thought it? Gundams and Warhammers in my stash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, are you feeling suitably composed now, mate?
Just wait till I start getting into curling or something, then you'll be knackered.
Oh, bless you. But yes, so yeah, that's my good deed of the week done.
Good. You have to finish that Baneblade quick now, then.
Yeah, and that's thanks to my lovely patrons. Yes.
Yes, thank you to Colin's patrons for making that possible. You're lovely people.
Absolutely.
Not true what they say about you. You're lovely people.
Yeah, no, it's enabling us to do content at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yes, I
what
thought
it's
you
all
might like
about.
the Valkyrie. That's why I recommended it, because it is a really nice...
Yes, it's...
aside from it being a nice kit, it's just a nice thing. It's a nice vehicle.
And I've done really well. It's still in its original polythene and everything, folks. I've not opened it yet. I've not smelt the new kitness yet.
You've not moistened it slightly?
No, not yet. I thought I'd be good.
That'll happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But you know what will happen the minute I open it? It'll be, I'll just glue that bit on there.
I built it.
Yeah, and it'll be, why did I go and do that?
Yeah, but do plan ahead, though, when it comes to the dudes. If you want the doors open,
Yeah.
Vietnam style, with the guys on the big 50 cals leaning out, do plan ahead.
You were saying before that they can't go in on a certain thing. And
yeah, you can't put them in afterwards. So when I do mine, I'm going to have to see if it's possible to take the top off and have it not glued. So I can put them in, like, paint the interior, paint the dudes, and then put the top on, and then paint the exterior, maybe.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what I'm hoping anyway, so I don't know. I've not built mine yet.
No, I shall have a looky, Lou.
Well, tonight I'm going to make a start on my Sunday build, next Sunday build, which will be the Prophecy of the Wolf.
Oh, is that for this upcoming Sunday, is it?
Yeah, well, I need to start something new, so I thought I'd start it now. It's just the Space Marines from the Prophecy of Wolf box set. I haven't got the orcs.
Yeah.
I bought them off Cy Reynolds.
Yes.
We went halves, and I got the Space Marines, and he got all the orcs.
Oh, bless him.
So I've got all my Space Wolves. Space Wolves.
It's good to see Si back in one of the chats the other day as well. It was nice.
Yeah, it's
nice to see him back. So if you're out there, Si, I hope you're doing all right, geez.
Yeah, big hugs to Cy Reynolds.
Yeah,
he's a lovely
hugs.
He's a lovely lad. It's not true it is true what they say about him, but it's not true what they say about him. Yes, he's been out of the loop for a while, but he's back now. So.
Yes.
So I'm going to get these started. I'm going to build, because I've got these. I have decided I will eventually make up a little army of Space Wolves, because I've got an Imperial Knight and bits to add to it, and I've got Space Wolves. So.
All right, yeah.
So I think I'll have, when it comes to Space Marines, I will have some Space Wolves, I think. I like the colours more than anything else. Also, wolves, cool. You can't go wrong with wolves.
Mayhem's saying all he can hear now is Ride of the Valkyries.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the smell of Promethium in the morning.
Yeah, so... yeah, I had that in the basket, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were getting your Zaku first.
No, I had just enough to cover the cost of that in there at the moment, because I had to get some ink for my printer.
Yeah. It is, strangely enough, it's not that Valkyrie is not an expensive kit. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not for what you get.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the same kind of size as your Baneblade. It's a massive
thing.
Yeah. But, it's only 40 quid or whatever.
Yeah, it was 40 quid that one, whereas Zaku at the moment on the Amazon's 169.
100 and bajillion, yeah, it's dirt expensive.
At the moment, yeah.
Okay, Games Workshop are getting a bit ridiculous now. They've gone from making figures with 3 parts in some of the builds for children to like individual feet.
Oh, lovely.
He's like, this piece is his foot. Mind you, it's Ragnar Blackmane, so it is the leader of the Space Wolves, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's not rank and file.
Apparently, Colin, there's a lot of echo coming back off of you.
Off of me?
Yeah, and Andy's main model where it's just put in the chat.
Yeah, I've only got one microphone, mate.
Is it when I'm talking? Is it coming off my speakers? I can put my earpiece in if needed.
Yeah, I've only got the Yeti, mate.
I can't hear anything, but Andy said there's a lot of echo coming back off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have one microphone and that's it, mate. Everything else is disabled.
Okay, Colin, if you talk, I'll turn my microphone off. If it stops, it's my mic and I'll put my headset on. If you talk for a sec.
Talky, 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 talky.
Okay, microphone's back on again. Was that echoey when Colin did that?
No, I never heard anything.
Well, yeah, but you're in a hangout there, so. I didn't hear an echo. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only got one mic, so I don't know how I could be feeding back on anything because I've got an earpiece in and my microphone on.
I have no echo. Well, yeah, he's obviously just imagining it, I guess. It's this frosty beverages, I think. Bizarre, says Mayhem.
Yeah.
It could be your internet. Not our internet, I mean his internet.
Yeah.
Right, so let's build Ragnar Blackbane.
Lynn says she hears an echo from Dad's.
Oh, dear Lord. That'll be psycho.
Yeah.
Can you hear an echo from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it now when I'm talking, coming over somewhere.
Hang on, let me turn my microphone off again.
Talky, 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 talky.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, microphone back on. Was it
Yeah.
echoey then when they were talking?
No, there's no echo when I was talking when you turned it off. But there is now.
Right, I'll put my earpiece on then. That's me feeding back.
Okay, mate.
Ah, there you go. Seeing, not always me. Not
No,
always.
I was kind of hoping I wouldn't need to, but
Yeah.
You
I'll turn
can
the
count on
microphone
me.
off while I'm doing that.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Lynn saying no echo when Fox was turned off. Yeah, see.
See?
I knew Steven Spielberg would let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, me and you only have to have the one microphone, don't we? We disable everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, let's have a look at the chat.
Go on, man.
Mayhem says, see, I point things out and call me crazy. I don't know. Hey, mate, no, it's not a problem. I mean, it's difficult because I only wear one earpiece that I use for the E-model, so I wasn't aware of it. Until
Be with you in a minute.
Raging saying he got his Alt Boys Prime today. Next week, we start the painting. Oh, good, man. Quano says there's an echo and don't care because Sue can't blame me. He's mad as a box of frogs. Nim Sindarin's in saying hi. Hi, Nim.
Hi.
Hope you're doing all right. Harry Styrene saying that he has a no echo his end. Yeah, some heard, some didn't. So, yeah. It seems that it might have been our friend the Guru echoing slightly, so he's just gone off to dig out the earpiece. So apologies for that, folks. It's all part of the fun. Where would we be, eh? Let's just chop some of these bits off. I think Mum's going to bed as well, isn't she, Mama Fox? I'd probably be saying goodnight to me's Mum.
Right, can you hear me, Mother?
Yeah, can hear you, mate. Jamie Bones in saying hi to everyone. Hello, Jamie. All right, mate. There you go. Can hear you now, mate.
Lovely. I'll turn you ne'er-do-wells up again. There you go.
There you go. Super.
I was kind of hoping that seeing as my microphone doesn't pick up the hairdryer
Yes.
when I'm drying things, it wouldn't pick up the speaker in the background, but it clearly does.
Yeah. It was only slight, but
yeah. Well, normally it doesn't. Normally I'm very good about things like that, but because the microphone's a long way from the speaker, I thought I'd get away with it.
yeah, no, that's all right, mate.
God, if it
So
wasn't for them
you're
damn
like-
kids.
You're like me, FBI earpiece jobby.
Yep.
Yeah, I wear it in the hangouts as well now.
I try not to put it in my hangout. It gets a bit sticky, but.
See what he did there.
Do you know what I really regret not having in this house?
What's that?
A stapler.
A stapler. Oh, really?
So I've got like individual Simon Reynolds very kindly cut the pages out for me, very neatly, I have to say.
Oh, always got one to hand. Oh,
I've got paper clips. Paper clips.
I've got hole punch. Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind when I left my civil service job 25 years ago. I walked out with an enormous box full of just any kind of office supply. I had like 25 staplers.
Yeah.
I'm still using post-it notes that I gently lifted from my civil service job like 25 years ago. I took many of them. I'm still using them.
Good man.
Oh, yeah. I had like 6 staplers. I had loads of little date punches, date stamps. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. What, the ones with the little rubber bits that you spin round, yeah?
Yeah, but it just had, like, you know, the date on it. And I'm like, they ran out in, like, I think 2005. Still got them somewhere. Still got them somewhere.
Yeah, but it's free, isn't it? It's like, I'm having that.
Well, I signed the Official Secrets Act, so I can take them with me, apparently.
Yeah. Lynn says, what's a live stream without problems? No one is echoing now. Oh, glad to hear it, darling.
Yay. So anyway, how have you been, Carl? How's your week been, my friend?
Been all right, mate. Yeah, it's one of them. Can't really plan anything, can we? None of us, because of what's going on. But, just chillaxing, mate.
I can't plan anything because I'm utterly incompetent, but that's a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah, no, it's just been moving the man cave round a bit because the aquarium's going in.
You're getting an aquarium?
It's already bought, mate. It's next door. So I gutted pretty much one end of the man cave so that I could put reinforced units in and things so that it can sit right next to me when I'm building. So that meant moving my entire computer and rerouting all the cabling, and it's been a total refurb.
The important question is, what are you going to have in it, and what kind of jellyfish?
Well, put it this way: Dad has threatened to send me Psycho. I've politely declined at this moment in time, but I still don't trust him enough not to think that he wouldn't. There wouldn't be a Tamiya pot turn up in a post with Psycho in it.
Colin, do you know what? I know Dad well enough. Just keep an eye on the mailbox, all right?
Yeah, it's the sort of thing that he would do.
Exactly.
But I'm just going to have a few little tropical fish in there to keep me company, and they're going to be all named after me mates. So yeah.
Well, I'd love to keep fish, but anything I have dies. So
yeah.
I've got like the black thumb when it comes to creatures. Except when I was a kid, we had a fish tank in the sun lounge. We used to have a sun lounge.
Oh right, yeah.
In the 70s, and we had this fish tank, and it was like a crappy plastic fish tank, and it had these like just little, not really goldfish, but whatever they are, tetras and things in there.
Yeah.
Typical frilly nine. And we kind of like, I was supposed to look after them, and I didn't.
Yeah.
After about 6 years, the water was black.
Oh.
And they were all still alive.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't quite know how. I don't know what they were eating. I hadn't fed them in years.
Each other.
Yeah, maybe. And then they all died, so that got cleaned out. And then I got a couple of stick insects from school.
Yeah.
That was the reverse. Within about 6 months, I had like 1 billion stick insects. But we realised that the fish tank wasn't actually escape-proof. So we found stick insects all around the house for ages.
Oh, I can imagine Mama Fox was... Yeah.
She didn't mind them. They were cool.
She didn't mind them. Oh, good. My mum would have been stood on a chair somewhere.
No, they were all right. They didn't exactly move very fast.
Yeah, she wasn't a fan of the insects, my mother.
Yeah. I started out with 2, and then there were some eggs, and there were like 1 million of them.
It's always the way, though, isn't it?
So basically, I think I was responsible for the great stick insect plague of 1985 or something.
Yeah.
If there's a native population in the UK, it's my fault.
Yeah, but at least all the zoos got restocked.
Yeah. This is the weird thing, though, because, I got them from school, and at school, my secondary school, they had, like, the biology lab.
Yeah.
And in the biology lab, they had mice and rats for obvious reasons, because it was 1980s, we still did dissections at school at that point.
Yes.
So they had rats and mice, but that's the only animals you ever saw. They also had snakes, which you never saw. No. I don't know why they had them. They had like a tank with 1 billion stick insects in it. Again, I don't know why, because we never used them in the lessons or for anything. So, but used to say, if anyone wants a stick insect, come and see me at the end of the lesson.
Yeah, dissections at school, cock, innit?
Yeah.
I can't imagine they don't do that now.
I don't know, actually. I don't know if they do or they don't. This was secondary school, so we had to like dissect a rat, and we had to we had to try and dissect a bullseye.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, that was fun.
Did you get the thing where the teacher says, right, next week I want you to bring in a bullseye from the butcher's, and you have to go to your butcher's, get a bullseye.
Oh yes.
Were you able to actually get into the damn thing?
It was a bit squishy and that, but we got in there in the end. But you were supposed to be able to do where you could get the lens out and you could actually put it on something and it would magnify. But ours just went a bit squishy.
I never got into mine because every time I tried to get into it, it'd go across the table.
Yeah, it was a bit. They would have done better if they had slightly frozen it.
Yeah.
But it just ended up as a pile of squish on the desk in the end.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we did. I actually found it quite fascinating.
I did.
Yeah.
I was always fascinated with the anatomy.
Yeah. People are like, ew, I don't want to do that dissection. It's like, just a rat and it's already dead.
Oh, sorry, Nim. Nim's saying she's eating her dinner, bless her.
Oh, no, sorry.
So sorry, darling. Didn't realise.
No.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, that's us in trouble. That's your fault. Dad, why did you do that, Dad?
How long do you want me to do on the naughty step, Nim?
And me.
Not my fault.
Mayhem says, you got proper science classes. I got videos on how to do it. Health and safety, they said.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we timed that well then, didn't we?
Yes. Sorry, Nim.
You do realise that means we've, across our different live streams, we've basically spent a whole day with Nim. We've gone from breakfast to dinner time.
Yes.
Of your Sunday stream and my Sunday stream, she's normally eating breakfast and drinking coffee. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice to be able to do something where the guys in the States can come in at a reasonable time for them as well, isn't it? So,
I've not done a late stream very often, but when I have done it, that's primarily why I do it.
Yeah.
Just to catch the damn Yanks. And others.
Well, yeah, it's just nice though, isn't it? Because, like you say, we get a lot of support from that side of the pond, and it's just nice to give something back and do it at a time that's convenient for them. So, and besides, me and you don't sleep.
Hang on,
anyway,
my earphone's gone quiet. Hang on, it's doing that thing again.
Oh dear! If you hit the volume button again,
let me blow on it. I've probably got a bone in my leg or something.
Oh dear.
Talk to me.
Talky.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
There you go.
Goddamn cheap crap that I bought off Amazon. Why?
Why? Because it was cheap.
Good connection. Yeah. I'm sensing that connection.
Yeah.
Oh, I've dropped it. So what else have you been up to this week then, dude?
Like I say, yeah, a bit of clearing up at the bench, catching up on some of my builds because I want to finish the bowl tank, get that buttoned up, and I've got a couple of commissions that I want to finish.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's basically playing catch up, and I want to try not to have so many builds on the go because obviously I could get the phone call at any time. So
to go in, yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of want at least the bowl tank done. So that build series is done, and any ongoing video series that I got on the channel that I've got halfway through, I want to finish all of those because I've got one in the can, a full build series that I'm going to release. My
headphone's gone again. Good God! Hang on.
That's all right, mate. That I'm going to release whilst I'm in hospital. So yeah.
Hang on, I've lost you again.
No, that's all right, mate. I'm only talking rubbish anyway, mate. There you go.
I keep losing you on this headset. I don't know why.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, let's just move my microphone in case it's me.
No, it's me. Unless you're moving away from the microphone.
No. I'm right in front of it. Oh, it's Baneblade, look.
Oh, let me see. Oh. I've never heard the tank make that noise.
Oh,
Is
mate.
Is that when it runs over a horse?
Yeah, it's like, have you some of that? But yeah, it's going to end up quite modular, so I can move bits around and that. So
look at the modularity.
Yeah, it's going to be
like
like
say that.
Yeah. But already, like you say, you can start seeing it taking shape, and it's like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Trouser tentage.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, is just trying to finish off all the little bits and bobs on part builds that I've got laying around, so that I can go, right, I can release the whole of the 432 build on a schedule, and that can be running whilst I'm recovering, so to speak.
Yeah.
So Sarah Jane's in saying hi everyone, and thanks for the birthday wishes. No problem,
hey,
Sarah Jane. Happy belated birthday, my love.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, so yeah, it's catching up with all of that, and obviously with vaccines and all of that lot is trying to get that all sorted. So
yeah, I've not heard anything about it yet, but then I'm under 50, so I'm not going to get anything till Christmas, I reckon.
You should probably find by the end of the month, I would have thought, mate.
Don't know.
Who knows?
I'm just waiting.
It's when the powers that be decree, isn't it, mate?
All right. You know what, sod's law though, you'll get all your stuff cleaned up and up to date, and everything will be squared away, and it'll be like, they've not called me yet, I might as well start something new. Yeah. You put it off because no, I won't start anything new, I'll just leave it, and you'll leave it for dead long, and then you'll be like, you know what, I'm just going to start something new, and then the phone will ring.
Yeah, and it's bound to happen, mate, isn't it?
Yep.
It's always the way.
Yeah. You'll get yourself sorted, and it'll be like, nope, nobody's calling, oh, I'll start something.
Yeah, it'll be like, oh, really?
You'll get a message, oh hi, we believe you just started a new build. Well, oh, thanks.
But yeah, I spoke to my GP the other day, and she said, you know, she said, we want it, she said, sorted before you go in for surgery. She said, so ideally, she said you would be double dosed by then. So
yeah, because you went in recently, didn't you, for some checks and things?
Yeah. And,
they kicked your tyres a bit, and
yeah, they're like, yeah, you do know that now you've reached the point where you've got to go under the knife. I went, yeah, I had a feeling, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's better out than in.
Yeah. I mean, fingers crossed it all goes okay and you're back up and running.
Yeah, it's one of those, Fox, isn't it? You know, it's like anything, you know, there's a lot of risk involved because of all the nervy stuff that's around that area. So, you know, they've given me that sort of worst case scenario, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
As I've said to them before, I build models with my hands, not my feet.
Yeah.
What will be, will be.
It's like one of those things. I've always had the mentality of, you know, there's things that are worth panicking about. There's things that you're worth chewing yourself up about. But there are some things that, good or bad, you can't change them.
Yeah.
There's no point losing sleep about something you can't change.
No.
I used to say that to myself when I was stood outside the headmaster's office. I'd be like, I can't change the fact I'm going to get my ass kicked. I may as well not worry about it.
Absolutely. You know, when I first got my diagnosis and that, you know, my GP was quite surprised how chilled I was. And I said, well, for me, it's nice to finally be able to put a label on it because I thought I was going nuts. I said, my philosophy is now, right, I know what it is. I can't change what it is. What do I need to do to make it easier to live with?
Yeah.
I said, what do I do to... Yeah, I said, so now I'm going to do my best to find out as much as I can about it and learn and manage it. And that's all I've ever done.
Yeah, there's no point complaining that you've got one flat tyre. You just have to learn how to drive with 3 tyres.
I've never had that attitude where it's, oh, I can't do that because of. My philosophy is, despite me having MS, I'm going to see whether I can achieve that today. Bosh. And that's it. Because the minute you start saying I can't because, you might as well just give up.
Fox is gone.
Oh, is he? He's gone, is he? Oh, he's dropped out.
He's back.
And he's back. Oh, let's just let him back in.
Oh, pop out briefly for a minute.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I said, you know, I've never had that thing of I can't do that because. It's a case of, well, despite that, I'm going to achieve this today. And it works for me.
Right, I'm going to just take my leave of you for one minute. I'm not turning my camera off. I'll just turn my microphone off for a minute.
Yeah, no worries. No, Mum.
Back in a sec.
No worries. Let's have a look. Mayhem saying Fox has fallen over. Nah, he's not fallen over. He's just popping out just to see his mum off the bed. Bless her. She's been downstairs playing the Xbox. So cool. Model making mum playing the Xbox. And I do believe someone once said, I don't know whether this is true or not, but apparently Dad's had a hug off of Mama Fox. I don't know how accurate this is.
It's very accurate, yeah.
You know, that's just a rumour.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I was straight in there for me hug.
Because you've done well, mate. You kept that under wraps, mate.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't like to shout about it, Colin. You know.
Don't like to brag, do you?
No, mate, no.
There you go. I'm back.
Bless you.
Yeah, there you go. I was just saying good night to Mama Fox.
Yeah, no night, Mum.
Yeah, I've always seen you as the kind of guy that doesn't go all, oh, poor me, kind of nonsense. You just like,
no,
you know
there's
what?
no point, Fox.
One
I went
of my
through
wheels.
a stage. We all go through it when you've got a long-term condition where you start to self-analyze your situation.
Yeah.
And I did go through a stage where it wasn't not necessarily why me, but I developed a bitterness towards the village drunks and the village junkies type scenario, because it's like they're abusing their bodies and are running around as fit as a fiddle, and yet all I want to do is provide for me wife and kids, and I've been sort of dealt a bad deck of cards.
Yeah.
Well, you all go through that, you know, and it's then managing that, and it's like, well, at the end of the day, what'll be will be. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and snap out of it, and that's all I did.
That's all you can do, innit, I suppose.
Yeah,
something like that. If there's nothing you can do,
I think it's made me a better person, though.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, so no, I've often been asked, would you change anything? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't.
It's yeah, because I've never seen you as one of the kind of people that would dwell on what if.
Yeah,
I think you're more the practical kind of, let's just live each day as it come.
Yeah,
let's not worry about the what ifs until I need to worry about the what ifs.
Yeah, you can't plan anything, don't get me wrong, because you don't know what you're going to wake up like tomorrow. But you know, I was told I'd be in a wheelchair at 35 and I'm 54. Yes, I've got the wheelchair out in the hallway, but I use it as and when I choose that I need to. It's not compulsory at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, if we're going somewhere where a lot of walking about would be happening, then I take the wheels, you know, because you know at some point you're going to need them.
Yeah.
But that's taken a decade of persuasion to get me to that stage.
Yeah.
That's one of them. People fault my stuff.
You can only make the best of it.
Absolutely, mate.
I do apologise. I'm having earphone issues again. Hang on.
No, you're all right, mate.
God damn it.
You're going to hear a thud
there we
in
go.
a minute.
Right, back again.
Yeah.
I do apologise to all and sundry.
Oh, don't worry, mate. It's that big button that says buy it now. Just press it. You know you want to.
No.
All those delightful Gundams you could be buying.
Ooh. I'm just trying to sort this earpiece out.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Russ Medlock's in, saying hello to everyone. He's also saying hello to Dad and Sarah Jane. Hello, Ross. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
Right,
yes.
I'm just gonna sort the. I'll be back in a minute. I'm not going anywhere. I'll just turn my microphone
you carry
off.
on, mate. No worries at all, buddy. What's Lynn saying? Mighty Joe saying to Lynn, this is what happens when you eat junk. Oh dear. She's just full. She's had no hot and spicy food for a change. Oh, good girl. Mayhem saying to Fox, if your PC has a Bluetooth connection, get a set of Bluetooth earbuds at 20 to 30 quid like the JLab ones I use. They're cool. Yeah, I've got a set that I use with my iPhone when I'm listening to me music. Nice bit of turretage going on now.
Oh.
Sarah Jane saying to Lynn, fall. She says, okay, I won't share my cake then. But as it's you, I will. Don't tell everyone, no, because she's got a reputation to keep.
Mm.
I am returned. There we go. Right,
Birthday
hopefully I fixed
cake of
it now.
goodness.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right, mate. Not to worry.
Technological difficulties.
Oh, mate, technology's technology at the moment, mate, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yes, I've never seen you as a kind of defeatist type.
No.
I've always seen you more as a case of, well, that's what I've got. Screw it. Let's just make the best of it.
I get agitated with myself. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. You know, today I was doing some work around the bench where I was rewiring, putting in extra wall sockets for power.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to get under the bench to run cabling in the ducting and then obviously get down to do all the wiring. And because I haven't got that flexibility in my body anymore,
Yeah.
I was finding it difficult to get myself into position. So I would get frustrated at myself, and my missus, she'll always come out and just check on me. Like, you know, she could hear me having a go at myself. She said, "You all right?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just getting agitated because I only want to get down there." I said, "Do you think this carcass will let me?" No. And I was throwing me teddies out, calling myself all sorts of names. And then I thought, why am I getting agitated? Just go and get a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Chillax and you'll be fine. And eventually I got down there. She gave me a hand to get down there, but it was, you know, she made that crucial point where she said, all you had to do was ask me to come and help you. And I said, yeah, but I'm too stubborn. I always want to do it myself, don't I?
It's, I mean, not that I'm speaking from any great experience, but I would imagine, I suppose, that's more of a situation of your brain's thinking to you, you're thinking to yourself, this is something I should be able to do because it's just simple. It's a simple thing. It's not anything. I'm not trying to build a space rocket here. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not trying to craft a shelf from a piece of wood. I'm just trying to get down there and put that thing in.
Oh, yeah.
I should be able to do that.
Jobs that you've done around the house you live in the past. That's when it gets frustrating because you sit there and you know, like my sons are at an age now where they decorate and stuff. And, you know, they're doing jobs that I used to do around the house that we live in, you know, and that's when it hits you. And that's when your demons can come at you. As you know, I get me demons.
Yeah. It's the little things, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the little things, and like I'm not in your situation, but in the times in my life when I've been incapacitated in one way or another, like, you know, a broken hand or a broken foot or something like that. It's you know, like when I broke my thumb or damaged my thumb at one point.
Yeah.
I couldn't use my hand. It wasn't frustrating that I couldn't, you know, make a model or play my synthesizer or whatever. I was more frustrated that I couldn't, you know, scratch my arse. The simple little things, like
things you take for granted.
You're sitting there on the loo and you're like, oh wait, hang on a minute. Oh
yeah.
The first time you're like, oh crap.
Well, that was the thing that started me off. I didn't want them clamps. That's another thing that drives me mad as well. I drop stuff, as you probably heard. But, you know, it's little things like raised toilet seats, grab handles in the lavatory, grab handles in the bar.
Grab handles.
You're constantly reminded around the home with all these things that you're not the person you once was. That's when it can creep up on you and mess with you a little bit. But you have to have, and this is where this hobby comes in, you have to have that distraction, because otherwise what I'm guilty of is I start brooding.
Yeah.
And then, especially when the wife's out working overnight, I'm pacing up and down the house then, getting myself more and more frustrated. And it could be something really simple, but it becomes a big issue. And that's when I tell myself off then, because the demons get you. But you've got no control over it. We're only human at the end of the day.
You're a bit like me in that you overanalyze and overthink things sometimes.
Cool, yeah, that's my worst character trait, folks. That is.
Same with me, especially if you're left to your own devices, left alone unsupervised for more than half
I'll
an hour
sit
with your
there
own
and go,
brain.
why is that raindrop beating that one? What's wrong with that poor raindrop? It's done nothing wrong. But, silly little things can become a problem.
Yeah, but especially when you're left on your own, and then it just gets worse. Yeah, don't leave me alone with my own brain for more than 20 minutes. For the love of God,
I hate my own company with a vengeance because of that.
yeah, I'm very similar, but I'm also in a way too empathetic. As in, what I mean is, it's not that I necessarily care about someone else. Obviously, I do, but not every single human being.
Yeah.
But sometimes if I see someone else in a bad situation, I instantly start thinking what it would be like to be in that situation, and then it just really pulls me in.
And it starts depressing you, doesn't it?
Yeah, like, I'll be driving to work one day maybe, and I'll see a little old man walking along the street really slowly, having to stop and have a rest, and I'll just start thinking about that, and it'll be like, and then I'll just get really depressed.
Wonder whether he's okay, wonder whether he got to where he was needed to go, and
yeah, it's weird. But it's the little things that get more frustrating than the when you can't do something that's a no-brainer, as it were. You get more frustrated.
They said to me earlier, it upset. The thing that she finds the most upsetting about it all is I can be quite brutal with words. I mean, you know me well enough. I'm the king of put downs type of thing, but. When she hears me berating myself with frustration, she does get quite emotional because she said it hurts her to hear me talk to myself like that.
Yeah.
She said, and I see your struggle. She said, and I feel powerless because I can't help you. And I went, yeah, but you've got to vent your frustration, haven't you? You've got to get it out of your system. Otherwise, you'll just bottle it up.
Yeah, it's got to be, you've got to have that pressure release valve somewhere.
She said it's just the venomous way that you rip yourself to pieces. And I went, yeah, but it's my way of coping.
Yeah. I mean, verbally abusing yourself is better than drink or drugs or...
Absolutely.
Whatever other ways you could use to just...
Yeah, you're not going to find the answer there, mate.
No. Nor will you find the answer under your cupboard, but hey.
Yeah, that day I fell into my lounge cupboard. And all I was trying to do there was put a DVD away, but I overleant and just fell forward and just went straight in the cupboard. I mean,
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to admit, I'm a perfectly reasonably stable 40-odd-year-old male.
Yeah.
And yet we've had no shower curtain for the last 2 years because for some reason I wobbled a bit in the shower and the only thing I could grab onto was the shower curtain, which just pulled it out with the fitting and everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but now it's like I haven't got the ability to fix a shower curtain because I'm incompetent.
Oh, bless you.
And of course, I can't get somebody in to do it because obvious reasons. So.
Yeah, the world's on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, so right now it's baths only. It's like, oh, God, I don't like having a bath. But that's purely because for no reason whatsoever, I just went and fell over in the bath.
Yeah.
Really? What was that about?
Yeah.
But it's like my brain went...
That'll happen a lot more.
Yeah.
I've lost count how many times I've face planted myself down the stairs.
Yeah.
Atoll saying, Colin, yeah, we all get that, especially the older we get. And if you have an infirmity, then you think, why is it me? But it's not. It's just in our genes, absolutely. I mean, the biggest problem I struggled with was when I got medically retired. That was when I really took all of this to heart because I've always been a working man. I've always gone out and earned a wage. I've never been out of work. I wouldn't know how to go and sign on because I never had to. I always, whether it was windows, building, whatever, always went out to work. And to suddenly get thrown on the medical scrap heap because of your condition, although I knew it was coming at some point, it was brutal when it did hit. You know what I mean? And even now I struggle with it. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I'm a lazy, feckless idiot, so I'm the kind of person like, woohoo, medical retirement. But, that's just because I'm an idiot. But if you're the kind of person who's always been motivated and driven and, been a proud working man, then, that's going to be...
I found it terribly difficult and still do. I see my wife go out to work and I'm like, poor cow. She's going out. You know what I mean? She's going out to work and there's you. And it does. And that's when I get down.
Yeah.
And it does frustrate me. And makes you feel a bit useless, but she's fully understanding. She knows the reasons and accepts it. But
Yeah.
as she said, she was actually happy when it happened, because she used to always be on edge when I was out at work.
Yeah, not knowing what was going to happen.
Absolutely not knowing how I was that day, and yeah. So,
But then there's the part of that needs to kind of stick its head up when that goes on, and you start feeling like that. There's a part of you that needs to go, yeah. But at the end of the day, I have this family around me that does look after me and does
absolutely
take care of me, and that shows that no matter what I do.
Oh, blimey, yeah. I mean, they've been brilliant. I mean, you know, for a number of years I hid it from my boys, you know, and I was getting the shakes and things, and used to spend a lot of time upstairs. And then as growing teenagers, they thought, oh, what have we done to pay Dad off, you know?
Yeah, they didn't know.
Because we're not seeing him. And in the end, I just said, look, you know, we need to have a yatta. And I just sat and told them, you know, I said, look, this is the situation. You've done nothing wrong. It's just blah, blah, blah. And they said, well, why are you hiding away from us? We're your family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they got a point there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
Kind of, but you don't realise it. Good night, Mama Fox.
Night, Mum. Take care, darling.
Oh, she didn't hear me.
No, Mama Fox.
Oh God, just someone else is after another hug.
Oh, hang on. She's not gone yet. Yeah. I'll shout her again when she goes. She's just gone to the left, I think.
But yeah. So we got turret. We got gunnage. That'll all get magnetised. Lovely. Oh, magnets are good stick and boomsticks. Oh.
Oh. Good night.
Night.
And Dad says good night as well.
No, Mama Fox.
She says good night to both of you.
Ta-la, darling.
Show me your magnety bits. Show me your shiny magnets.
Are you talking to your mum or me?
Yeah. You've picked up a sticky up bit on. You're having a trouser tent. You're having a turret tent.
Oh, yeah. I've got all different size magnets in here, mate.
Oh, you've got the same magnets as... Oh.
Got all of those. I've got bubble ones.
Oh, I can get that many in my little plastic boxes.
God, bloody hell, it will open. Duh. Spoon. That's because there's a bit of sellotape on the side of the box, you pilch. Get your knife. Captain Stabity alert.
There we go. Ping, bleed, ow.
Loads of little magnets in that one.
Cool. I got some really, really tiny ones for my aerials and guns and things.
Yeah, I got some bigger ones in there.
You got the same ones that I got.
All of those. So, yeah. Magnets of goodness.
Magnets, how do they work?
Magnets, because they're magnetic, aren't they? And I've got some bigger ones in there somewhere. Are they the big ones? Or have I already used them?
Have you got some of the really tiny ones?
I got them ones. What, the babies?
I got some little tiny ones that are about as wide as the antenna on that Baneblade.
Oh, no, I haven't got them ones. I think they're the smallest ones I've got. Those little...
Ah, right. Yeah, you might want to get yourself some really... If you want to, like, magnetise some of the little stubbers and the aerials and stuff, if you want to.
Oh, mate, yeah. It's magnets, isn't it? What more can I say? Got to have magnets.
Magnets do not eat.
Yeah, because they're a thing, aren't they? Magnets of goodness.
Mayhem Model Works is unhappy because he can't find Infini sanding sticks on Amazon. These
were
sent
these
to
bad
me.
boys?
Yeah, these were sent to me by Kenneth, I think.
Yeah, I got mine from Scale Model Shop. Is where I got mine. Yeah. I got those, and I got the sanding pads as well.
Sanding pads. Well, I didn't know if they were just like Australia and Asian territory only because they came from Kenneth, but
yeah,
well, I guess you can get them.
Yeah, I got them in the sanding pads as well. Oh, pads of sandage.
Oh. Ooh. You know what I keep meaning to get and never do?
What's that?
I'm sure I watched a video once where somebody was doing some masking, and they were masking something, which is usually what you do when you're masking. And instead of having strips of Tamiya masking tape, they had a sheet of Tamiya masking tape, like that kind of stuff. And it was like, because they were cutting a design out, and I'm like, oh, get me some of that.
I'd love that.
Yeah, sticking that to your bench, and then I've never seen it. So.
Oh, mate, I'd be sticking that to everything, wouldn't I? Yeah, that's a bit of a phallic boomstick there, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that in there. Doesn't look so rude then, does it?
Philly says, grey primer makes yellow ink go a bit green. Need to reevaluate my undercoat for the Orc-Jack. If you're spraying with inks are stupidly transparent. Yellow paint by itself is horribly transparent, but anything that isn't yellow or brown under yellow will make it go green.
Oh.
So anything, if you try and spray yellow on black or dark grey or even grey, it'll yellow is one of the worst colours to spray with, even when it's a paint, not an ink. If you're spraying with an ink, you need to have either white or another yellow colour. Really.
Nice.
If you want a solid yellow, you may have to paint it with something like, Citadel do a paint called Avalanche Sunset, which is a base paint and nice and opaque. I don't know about Vallejo's colours, but yeah, if you're spraying, I wouldn't normally recommend using ink as a colour anyway. To paint something, it's too transparent. I would suggest use ink as a glaze or a way to tint a colour that's on the model already. But if you're painting something yellow, just paint it yellow, I would recommend, because ink's super transparent.
Lynn was asking where did I get the magnets. I got them off of the eBay and various other sites.
Yeah, they look the same as the ones I got off Amazon, so you can get them on Amazon as well. All over the place. Just look for magnets.
Well, you could ask Fox nicely, and he might put them in his shop for you, Lynn.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything because it's not my channel, but I've got a whole shed load of magnets in my Amazon stores.
Say what you like, mate.
Yeah, but I don't know. Have you got an Amazon store?
Yeah, but you don't stand on ceremony in me streams.
No, but I don't stand on your store either. You should pimp them in yours.
Yeah, I know. I haven't got round to putting them in there yet. Because I'm lazy.
So if you ask very nicely, Colin can put them in his Amazon store.
See, I've only just started pimping myself, and even then I didn't put the link in for the video. I put the link in for the channel. So, yeah, you know what I mean. You are talking of Captain Spoonage extraordinaire.
Look at the spoonularity. You're allowed to pimp your own shizzle on your own channel and not pimp somebody else's shizzle on your channel, Cole. That's acceptable, you know. You don't have to pimp my crap on your crap. It's pimp your crap on your crap.
This doesn't seem right, does it?
Stop being so goddamn British. You have to
It's not the done thing, you know.
I'm going to have to send you to do what I did, which is to sit there and watch like 6 hours of American car salesman videos, adverts.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then after that, you're like, you know what? I'll just sell anything now. Hi, I'm Honest Jeb. Come to Honest Jeb's Motors and blah, blah, you know, yeah.
Oh, right. Slick Tony job.
Yeah, but the American version, like proper wearing a big 10-gallon hat and selling the worst car possible.
Yeah.
Come to Jimmy the Nose Cars, you know. Just watch a few of them, genuine from the 70s and 80s, then you won't really care. You'll sell anything then.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit? I am too British, I know.
We all are.
You know, I'm the bloke who apologises for posting on my own group. So I'm really sorry to bother you all, but...
Yeah, that's just silliness.
I've cheekily gone and uploaded a video to my channel. If you really don't mind watching it, don't worry if you don't.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, awfully.
Well, that was a miracle you set up a Patreon.
Oh, mate, yeah, it sat there for a year before I activated it.
First post, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. I hope you don't mind me having this Patreon page.
Yes.
Yeah, it took a while. I do believe that you might have had a bit of a moan at me about that. Why isn't it live yet? Why haven't you activated it? Well, I'm thinking of it.
Do it. Don't think about it, just do it. Yep,
when did you create the page? 12 months ago. Okay.
Oh, yeah. There was some telling off. There's always telling off.
Yeah, I want you to let me know when it's live, because I shall go and check. Perhaps it's live now. Can you stop telling me off now?
No. I'll find something else, don't you? Right?
Yeah, and you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I know you mean well.
Yeah, I just want I just want to finish that sentence. Hang on, Gin.
Yeah, you can do this.
I just want my mates to do well.
Yeah, I know, mate.
When you see your mate in the water and he's flailing a bit because he can't swim very well,
yes.
You could point and laugh, and we do from time to time. But eventually you'll jump in and pull him out.
Yeah.
Unless you're too busy laughing too much.
Yeah. Yeah, unless it's me. It's like, God
unless
damn
you're
it,
unless it's
so British.
Unless it's you under a cupboard, in which case we're just going to laugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mate, that was so funny. That was...
But I still think at some point you need to make sure that one of us has got a way to contact your missus on the off chance that it's like we need to get Mrs. Festa to come and get him out now.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. He's been under there far too long now. Rescue mission.
Yeah, well, he died of starvation under the cupboard because all his friends were just laughing at him and had no way to contact his wife, who was 2 doors away.
The image I've got, or the thing that I still remember, is Cy Reynolds' laugh.
Oh, God.
Absolutely corpsed him, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. He was just broken. He was just utterly broken.
And it was like so nice to hear him laugh like that. It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think the thing with that was, like, to Cy Reynolds, he was still fairly, I wouldn't say new, but
didn't know that I was as mad as a box of frogs, is what you're trying to say.
No, it's more like, you know, we're the people that he saw on the interwebs, and suddenly he's in there and having a laugh, and he's watching you fall on your ass, and everybody's laughing, and he's like, these guys are just as stupid as me. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
His entire thought process was probably, these guys are idiots.
Oh, yeah. But it's like when I fell through my kitchen door when my chair broke. Now, people had the choice. They could have really shown concern, like ordinary mates would.
Yeah, right.
Or corpse. And what did they do? They all corpsed.
Of course.
Eventually, Dad said, "Are you okay, mate?" "Yes." "Good," he said, because that was so funny. Oh, cheers, mate.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I think the one thing that people have said to me whenever they've like done anything with like me or with you guys or stuff, and when they've seen the people behind the camera, is, wow, you guys really are idiots. Off camera, it's like, yeah, in real life we really are just as stupid as we'd like to make
absolutely,
out.
Mate. Absolutely. You know, it's yeah.
It makes them kind of relaxed. It makes people kind of relaxed.
You know, often people go, "How old are you?" 12 and a half.
Yeah. It's like people say, I always thought it was just like an act that you're in, but you really are an idiot. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
Well, you've only got to meet Tony Fairclough to know that, isn't you? I mean, there's a guy there, he's as mad as a box of frogs, isn't he, Tony?
Yeah, don't you doubt it for a minute, sunshine.
You could not wish to meet a nicer fella, though.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Tony
broke the mould. He certainly broke the mould. But every time I see Tony or hear him, I just think of Haroldite, the Wonder Horse. I get the giggles. That's the first thing I think when he walks in. When he did it at E-Models, when he walked in, I'm like, Haroldite.
Yeah, but you know what? Because you do that, whenever he sees you, that's also the first thing he thinks of as well.
Yeah, no.
And he's like, oh, you git.
Yeah, it's like, all right, Tony, how's Haroldite?
Swearing. Look at the Post-it note.
Yeah, he said, love you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tony's a legend. It's just a real shame that he's not had time over the last few years to do much.
Yeah, but he's moved and he's and he works in the NHS, which obviously at the moment is
So I hope he does end up getting time to come back into it, because I do miss the fella.
Yes.
In the hangouts and stuff, he's supposed to. He is really supposed to be part of our E-Models Monday night show, but he's never really been able to since we started doing it, purely for those reasons. So
yeah,
I can't wait for the day when he can actually join in.
Oh, mate, yeah, we will subject the viewers to Tony.
Yeah, can you imagine Tony on the Monday show? It'd just be epic.
Could you imagine Pete, mate? Yeah, Pete would be going, why? I don't
think we'll ever see Pete, mate, on the Monday show, because he'll just be like, he'll just sit there like something that's just been stuck in the headlights.
Yeah,
he'll just sit there looking terrified for 2 hours.
Yeah, what the earth do I trust my business with these idiots for?
Yeah, I've just realised we've not even been looking at the chat, have we?
Yeah, Athel's been in night. He says, been his pleasure. Talk to his usual. To everyone in the chat, no worries, mate. Lynn saying that she misses Tony. He's a lovely guy. He is.
Mm-hmm. Paul Lyons has DM'd you the Amazon link for the Tamiya masking sheets.
Oh, cheers, geese.
Nice one.
Superstar.
I'll let you forward that on to me if you would, please, Col.
Yeah, of course I will, mate. Of course I will.
And then I'll find no use for it whatsoever.
absolutely. We'll get a sheet and we'll go, what have you done with yours? Mine sat there. I just keep unpeeling it and sticking my hand to it. And
I occasionally sniff it and then have wistful thoughts.
The fun you could have with it, though.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I seem to remember watching someone use it and thought, that's going to be brilliant for when I need to do that. And then I've never needed to do that. so yeah.
Oh, bless. Edward Leonard has put a $1.99 super chat in. Thank you very much, Edward.
Nice one.
He says, Paul Lyons, DMG, Cole and Fox. There you go.
Lovely.
Oh, thanks, mate. There you go.
Thanks, Edward. Don't forget, folks, to give a thumbs up to the video to help Colin out. If you like if you like your YouTube creators and you want them to keep making content, help them out by doing a thumbs up. It helps their video get listed higher in the search listings. So it's the easiest way you can help out. But don't forget, of course, if you want to help support Colin, give him a super chat. That's a good direct way to just give him cold hard cash to fund his plastic habit.
Absolutely.
Or become a patron. Join at patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, I guess.
Absolutely. Got 21 thumbs ups and my obligatory 1 thumbs down. Thank you, very glad.
Yeah,
all of those that have taken the time.
Yeah, that's the thing we always say though. If you like the show, or if and this is for any creator, any YouTube creator that you enjoy watching their stuff. If you like the stuff and you want them to keep making more, give them a thumbs up. If you don't enjoy it, give them a thumbs down. They don't care because it's still been watched.
Absolutely, it's still a view.
Yeah, so like if I get a thumbs down on a video, I'm like, brilliant, thanks for watching my video.
Yeah,
I still get the stats. So
I've just wasted 5 minutes of their life giving me a thumbs down at the end of a keyboard that I don't care about.
Yeah, because we still get paid. Woohoo!
Yeah. We're on and you're not.
Yes. Yeah. What was I going to say? So so make sure you're giving him the thumbs up love, Patreon love, and the super chat love, and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. It's all part of the fun.
Yep, he will perform at birthday parties, weddings, and bar mitzvahs, but he doesn't do the balloon dog thing. But send him a DM. Send him a DM if you need to book him for a special event.
Yeah.
You might need to provide the clown makeup. Wow, I'm building this guy really slowly.
I've been known to break out and did the odd bit of karaoke as well.
Oh dear Lord.
I know. Proper lounge singing.
Why do I get the impression you'd be one of those people that sings Nothing Compares to You for like 45 minutes?
No. I used to be Wild Side of Life, mate.
Ah.
But I did it in the proper lounge singer way, Give that Wild Side of Life.
Hello.
Get it home.
Did you ever here you go. People who won't know what this is won't know what it is, but there's a redundant statement. Did you ever see Billy Connolly talking about club singers?
Oh, or drunken audience with, wasn't it?
Yeah, when he's there and he's saying they're always like hello.
Yeah.
He says they sing nonsense, but they always sing the same lyrics. No matter who they are, where they are, they always sing the same thing, even though it's just random nonsense.
Go out looking for a party.
Yep. Hello.
Spin the bottle. Someone that sung the Blue Misty Hills of Tyree or something. He said when he went there, it was like a billiard table. Oh, the Blue Misty Hills of Tyree.
Oh, Billy Connolly, what a legend.
Oh, yeah. Comedy gold, mate. Genius. Absolute genius, mate.
I've just remembered when he's saying we were dead poor and we didn't have any duvets, so we had to use coats to sleep under.
Yeah.
And he went downstairs and said, Mum, I can't, the coat's not big enough. And they had the vicar in and she's like, it's not a coat, it's a duvet.
It's an eider down.
It's an eider down. Okay, well, I keep putting my foot in the sleeve.
Yeah.
You can't there's no way to retell Billy Connolly jokes without making them sound rubbish.
Absolutely. That and the big slipper.
Oh, the big slipper. Oh.
Yeah, we used to be out the sun. Do you remember the little things in the Sunday papers where you used to buy whatever it was off the thing, and it would always be like a drawing, like bowler hat and sleeves and combined cigarette lighter and coat hanger. And he said that he bought this big slipper and he wanted to buy a pair so that he could leave them in the mantle. So if a burglar came in, the guy would go, "Look at the size of this bloke's feet! Quick, run!"
I remember him. I think on one of his like World Tour of Australia shows once, and he went on a trip in a glider.
Yeah,
and he was talking about being in this glider, and he says, "But this was fine, but for some reason the glider had a glass bottom." So you could see, and we were like at 30,000 feet, and he said, I was like, my arse was like, manhole cover 2p piece, manhole cover 2p piece. He said, why would you put a glass bottom in a glider?
Oh yeah, Mayhem saying, yeah, what's the incontinence trousers gag as well, wouldn't it?
Oh god, yeah.
It's the see-through +4s and that, yeah.
Whereas I like that.
Wouldn't get away with that now.
No. Dad knows about those pants, don't you, Dad?
I do. On the screen, Cole.
On the screen, Quano man. Yeah, what about the thumb up, Colin? I found my WD-40. Oh, bless him.
Yay.
Cheers, Dan. Thanks, buddy.
That bloke's a nutter.
He's a nutter. Quano man, bless him. Legend.
I don't know where I got it from, but for some reason I always like to call incontinence trousers intercontinental pants. I don't know why I call them that.
It's different.
It always makes a laugh.
Different.
Oh, Billy Connolly. How did we get onto that? What were we talking about anyway before we got onto Billy Connolly? We were talking about something.
Oh, I don't know. It was probably bad lounge singing, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. But how did we get onto that? I don't remember.
I don't know. It's us two idiots. We talk
Nobody
about
knows.
anything, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
But sadly, Billy Connolly is fighting a battle with Parkinson's, isn't he, poor soul?
Yeah, he is. Bless him.
Such a shame.
Yep.
Absolute shame.
Well, he's retired now, isn't he? He's out of public life now.
Yeah, he's gone away from public life, bless him. But
Yeah, he said.
tragic.
He said in his own words, he said, to do the thing I do, you have to be all there. And when I'm not all there anymore, there's nothing you can do. There's no point.
No.
There's no point doing it.
No. Yeah.
Such a funny one, there.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't watched him, you've got to go and just get some of these DVDs or Blu-rays, whatever format you can, or stream it.
Oh, yeah.
And just sit there with a beverage or two and just sit and watch a genius at work.
Oh, God, absolutely. I mean,
His observational comedy.
Watching Billy Connolly just... Because my dad was from Glasgow, so...
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, reminds me a lot of the way my dad was sometimes.
Yeah.
But it also explains a lot about my family and the way my brothers look and the way we talk and act.
Yeah.
Because it's just like... in some ways, we couldn't be more Scottish, even though you wouldn't think it.
Yeah. Yeah.
To look at us, you wouldn't think it, but...
No.
Yeah. Ian
Oh, yeah. Oh, my missus, every now and then, the Scottish traits still appear.
Aye.
You'll see her in the food aisle with 2 tins of peas, shaking them, and I'm like, what on earth are you doing? This one feels like it's got more in it than this one.
Yep. Hey, we're away home for a bowl of mince.
Okay.
What part of Scotland is she? Is she...
She's from Findorn, right up by RAF Kinross. Very, very... as far north as you can go on the mainland of Scotland.
Ah, so she's kind of Crofters Pie area.
Yeah, right up in the Doddy Highlands or whatever. Yeah, she's...
So she's more, no, I don't think so. No, not like that.
The only time her Scottish accent comes out is when she's got the hump with me.
Is it when you're in trouble, yeah?
Yeah.
See, my dad was born and raised in Glasgow, so...
Yeah. She's like, I was like, oh dear, I'm in the doghouse.
It's like, you'll hear, I suppose you'll hear phrases like, oh, well, do you think that really?
Yeah.
Is that the way it is?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that'll be fine. What dear?
Oh,
never worry. It'll be fine.
I don't know what it, that'll be fine. That's like, that's the Scottish version of whatever.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, don't worry. It's fine. Are you sure? That's fine. I said.
Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Stop asking if it's fine. It's not fine. Yeah. Yeah. If somebody tells you it's fine, it's not fine.
Yeah.
Any way, shape or form.
Yeah. It's like the wife just told me it's fine. Oh, so glad I'm not you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's like if you want to cripple a man completely and stop him in his tracks, whatever's happening, just give him the whatever answer.
Yes.
Because to a man, that's the worst answer in the world.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, it's like saying, am I in trouble? No. But you are. It's like being told you're not in trouble, but you are in trouble. And your brain's going, woohoo, oh, wait, wait.
Yeah.
Yes, but no, it can't cope.
Yeah, and you sit there and you're like, yeah, okay, this is really going to be painful, isn't it?
Yeah. Your brain, it's like giving a puppy a tennis ball and a ping pong ball. It's like, what?
Yeah.
One of these is bad and one of these is bad. So which one is the bad one?
She looks at me and goes, "I'm not disappointed in you. I am disappointed for you."
Okay. Oh, for you.
Yeah. It's like, okay, that hurt. That was like boiled acid being poured onto my eyeballs.
Laughing at, not with. Yeah, so my dad was from Glasgow and he was born and raised. But the funny thing is, you wouldn't know it because he sounded just like I do, I suppose.
Yeah.
He didn't sound. He just lost the accent completely. Considering he grew up in Glasgow, like a spit from Socky Hall Street.
Yeah.
It's just nothing. You wouldn't have known until he started saying something that deliberately put the accent on.
Yeah. It's like what?
I didn't even know my dad was Scottish till I was about 10. I was like, what, really?
Yeah, it's like, really? He's disguised that well.
Yeah. I think it was because I did something and he was like, oh, in Baljeed. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's like, okay. Well, what's that all about?
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I don't really know a lot about my family history, so...
No,
especially my dad. I know he was raised by 2 aunts.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about his parents or why he stayed with them, or it's weird, very strange.
Yeah, I used to have one of them uncles that used to go on long holidays, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
You won't be seeing your uncle for a while. He's gone on holiday. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's His Majesty's pleasure.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Where'd he go? Anywhere nice? Never you mind. He'll be around soon.
One of those special royal holiday camps.
Yeah. It's like, oh, all right then. Best not ask then.
HMP, yeah, it stands for Happy Meeting Place. All right.
Yeah, and he'd be like, oh, okay. What did he do? Never you mind what he did. He did wrong. Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
Bless him.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, I get to my dad, and then I know he grew up with 2 aunties.
Yeah.
But I don't know what. I probably do know, but I can't remember anything about his parents or who they were. So we probably have relatives who fought in World War One or died, maybe, or fought, but I don't know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Same on mum's side, I'm not really sure. I mean, I know we have relatives, uncles and grandfathers and things that died in World War Two.
Yeah.
But we're going back to like that generation, World War. I've got no idea. The history of my family on my father's side just stops.
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult finding out info, isn't it, on family?
Yeah.
It's like...
I mean, one of my brothers did try to get into it, or my sister-in-law tried to get into all the genealogy of it. We probably found out quite a lot of stuff, but I've never really paid attention, so... I don't think it was very interesting. It was a bit unfortunate. There's probably somebody called Edie somewhere.
Oh, I had an Aunt Edie.
Yeah, there's always an Auntie Edie somewhere.
Yeah, and I've still got an Aunt Win as well. It's like,
Yeah, well, it's like on my mum's side, it's all Irish, and on my dad's side, it's all Scottish, so...
Yeah.
I'm basically just pale and confused.
Yeah, my mum's a lot were Southern Irish.
This has to be the slowest I've ever built one single figure.
I was going to say, how are you doing? Have you managed to get a few bits glued together?
I've built his arse.
Oh, you're good.
But it's not a rank and file dude. It's a proper character. It's Ragnar Wolfmane, Ragnar Blackmane. So,
oh right,
he's the head of his great house of Space Wolves. So he's an important character. So I'm taking my time.
No connection to Ragnar Lothbrok then, no?
I don't know who that is.
Who? Viking, Ragnar Lothbrok.
Lothbrok sounds like a betting office. I'm just going down to Lothbrok's, put a tenner on the 335 at Aintree. Is that your puffin?
My puffin? Yeah, his name's Ragnar.
See, all I'm thinking now is Ragnar the Red in Skyrim.
Yeah, no, Ragnar Lothbrok was a Viking leader. Famously got slung into a pit of snakes for his troubles, but yeah.
I hate when that happens.
TV show Vikings was loosely based around the legend of Ragnar Lothbrok. Yeah.
I watched, I think the first episode, is that the one where in the first one they land on the beach and then they slaughter everybody?
Yeah.
There's like an uncomfortable conversation with some Britons, I think.
Yeah.
And then they go, and then they just kill everybody anyway.
Yeah.
And then I think I watched that first episode, but never watched it after that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that new series called? It might be on HBO or something, called Barbarians.
No.
It's supposed to be very good. It's basically based on I've not read much about it specifically, but I've read it's quite good. It's supposed to be based on a Roman general.
Yeah.
Who was German.
Yeah.
He wasn't Latin born, he was Roman born. Who in real life was a German commander, a Roman commander in Germany.
Yeah.
And then betrayed the empire eventually. Him and his brother. His brother was loyal to Rome, and he was loyal to his own tribe. So anyway, the point of the series is all the Romans speak in Latin.
Oh right, yeah.
And all the barbarians speak in Teutonic, oldie worldy German.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an American series, and it's a modern series, but it's all subtitled.
Oh,
and it's been widely praised because, like, the Romans speak like correct Latin.
Yeah.
And the German Romans, the ones who are fighting, they're like they take people from the place and become soldiers. They speak a kind of rougher, common man's working Latin.
So it's pretty accurate then to what people would expect.
I keep meaning to what I've been watching a few things where like historians are like they've actually got it quite good because they've got the different dialects of Latin and everything. And I keep meaning to watch it, but I think it's on HBO or something that I can't.
I'll have to look out for that.
I don't understand such things. I don't know how I got onto that. About time I got to watch a good history type thing, though. Not seen a good history type thing for a while.
There's not been much on, really, have there? I mean, I've not been watching much terrestrial telly, to be honest with you, because it's all
Rubbish.
Doom and gloom, in it, at the moment. Well, and it's like,
I don't watch it because it's garbage, most of it.
And most of my stuff I tend to watch is box sets and that, but I still haven't got round to finishing watching DS9 yet.
You're still on episode 5, series 1, aren't you?
I am, yes.
God damn it.
I know, I'm useless, mate. Told you this.
I've got the sniffles. Can you tell I'm wearing? You can tell I'm wearing my lenses because I've got my sniffles.
Oh yeah, I did warn you that I was bad, mate.
God damn it! You've got 7 years of some of the best sci-fi drama there in the world ever.
Yeah. I will get round to finishing it. You know I will, because you'll know, because I'll be sitting there going, oh, yeah, guess who I was watching, Fox? Oh, she's cute. Yeah.
Kira Nerys. Oh yeah. I have to say, by the way, when I say Steady Nerys, it's nothing to do with Kira Nerys.
Oh, isn't it?
No, it's one of my ex of many years ago. One of her friends had a horse called Nerys.
Oh, right.
And it was quite bad-tempered and badly behaved.
Ah.
And she said she was there one day and she just heard this woman like go, "Steady, Nerys." It just seemed quite amusing. But I have to say, I was quite amused that I saw somebody say it in chat the other day on somebody's stream.
Yeah, it was said in one of mine, and I think it was in Ted's as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I thought, wow,
Steady
somebody
Nerys.
said that, and I made that because there's only like 2 people in the world that ever know that phrase, like me and that woman, and I say occasionally, "Steady, Nerys." So I was quite made up when somebody said that. It was Phil Easter, somebody said it.
Yeah.
Steady, Nerys.
What's he saying there? Phil East is actually in the chat saying he's just got to Ralph Little turning up on Death in Paradise.
Oh yeah, he's watching Death in
show.
Paradise.
Yeah.
He's been working his way through all the series of Death in Paradise. It's Ralph Little now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good with Ralph Little.
Raging Modeler says season 2 of The West Wing's arrived. Oh yes, much goodness, brilliant, the best ever. White House stroke whatever show you want to call it is The West Wing.
I am watching it. I'm on my third watcher of it at the minute. I
love it.
I've just watched season 6 episode something or other where we first meet Arnold Vinnick.
Yeah.
Oh, he's shining his shoes. Where and the president's going to China and he suddenly gets paralysis.
Yeah.
and then it miraculously removes itself a little bit.
It was the silly little things in the background I liked, like when Toby lost the bet, and anyone who said his name, he had to say, "Hi, I'm Toby. I work in the White House." Little things like that, because that's what we would do.
Yeah, like the bit where that kid's sending him off on the train. He's like, "Mr. I've forgotten your name, Toby," and he's like, "You don't have to say it."
Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah.
I love some of the things that go on between Charlie and the president as well.
Oh yeah,
that can be really funny.
I don't think anyone could have played them roles better than the crew they had doing that, because it was brilliant.
Oh yeah, there is one character. I don't want to give any spoilers away for anyone who's not watched this. I'm not going to say anything, but there's one character who was desperately underused, and that was Debbie Fidderer.
Yeah,
that character, there was so much potential there. With is a secretary, Debbie Fidderer. There's so much potential.
Yeah, there's story plots that could have been utilised, weren't there?
Yeah. But I won't say any more on that because there's a big major season 2 plot thing around that. So a proper I'm not going to make... You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
2 churches. Oh, wait, 2 churches. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I shall say no more.
It is, yeah. Like I say, it stands head and shoulders above anything else.
Absolutely.
Of that genre.
One of my favourite memes is from The West Wing.
Oh right.
And it's a bit where there's he's got a guy in the Oval who's this old senator who knows about like 1950 submarines and things, and he hates him.
Yeah.
Because he says he always makes me feel like I'm an idiot. And he's there at one point, and this guy's waffling away, and the president's sat on behind the Resolute bench, and he's got his head down on the bench, and he just pulls his head up and goes, "Oh God, am I still here? I'm sorry."
Spoiler alert for Raging Modeler.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any spoilers, don't worry.
No. Wouldn't dream of doing spoilers.
Oh God, am I still here? I'm sorry. Yes, no spoilers. Yeah, but West Wing is just by far just the best.
Mate, I love that show.
Yep.
Absolutely love it, mate.
I quite regularly often use the phrase, "Don't tempt the wrath of the whatever from high atop the thing." That's just the best line of dialogue in any programme ever. If you haven't watched The West Wing, sort it out. Sadly, it's not on Amazon Prime.
No.
I assume it's probably on Hulu or something, or one of the other ones. I haven't got Netflix or something. But I don't know. I haven't got Netflix, so...
No, I don't have Netflix. I've not seen it on Prime.
No, it's not on there. Which is a shame. It's not even on... You can buy it as a box set, but...
Yeah.
For space pounds.
Yeah, gazillions and gazillions.
And I really probably should, because I end up watching it on some shonky streaming service at 360p all the time.
Yeah, that's how I tend to watch it, and it's like, yeah.
It's like I've never yet seen the Clone Wars in anything more than 360p, the animated series. And I occasionally see a clip of it in proper 1080. I'm like, wow!
Yeah.
I watch the Clone Wars, it's always been in ropey 360p, and it's like, wow, look at that in 1080p. There's like straight lines and everything.
Well, didn't they bring out an anniversary box set edition of The West Wing where it had all the behind-the-scenes extras and all of that lot? It is 25 years now, isn't it, The West Wing?
I don't know, because the only thing is they're really expensive, and the only box set I've ever bought was Stargate SG1.
SG1, yeah, good.
Yeah, it's the only box, and it's only because it was on some special offer and was like 60 quid. Which for 10 seasons of SG1, which is normally a couple of £100, I think.
Yeah, that's not a bad price at all, mate.
So I don't tend to go for box sets because I can't really afford them.
No, they are a bit pricey, mate.
Yeah, The West Wing. Oh, I did buy the box set of Carl Sagan's Cosmos, but it's not really a box set, only one season. So.
Yeah, but it's Carl Sagan.
Yeah, so you have to spend that money.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Carl Sagan's Cosmos, you need to see it.
I had the book when I was younger, Cosmos. It was like,
we've got it downstairs.
Carl Sagan. Yeah.
If you haven't watched Carl Sagan's Cosmos, then we have nothing further to discuss until you have.
It's one of those. Stands the test of time, doesn't it?
Yep. The world is made of 2 people. People who've watched Cosmos, and then people I don't care about.
Yeah, yeah. The unfortunate people who chose not to watch it and will be getting a letter home from the headmaster.
Yeah, need to watch it. You don't need to watch it for the science, just watch it for Carl Sagan.
He just had a way of presenting that type of show, didn't he, at the end of the day?
On the ship of the imagination. Neil deGrasse Tyson's was all right, but it pales in comparison when compared to the awesome power of a fully operational Carl Sagan.
Yeah.
That was a Star Wars reference for the folks out there.
Yeah, I'm not going to know. What would I know about Star Wars?
Watch it out. Don't tell me you've not seen Star Wars.
I started to watch them because I'd only watched the original 3, but I'd never actually seen one of them all the way through.
Oh, okay. Well, no,
I've watched the original 3. I started to watch the prequels. Is it?
Yeah, you can burn those. Don't forget about those.
We don't talk about of wanted to have my eyeballs removed. So
yeah, I wouldn't bother. As long as you watch the originals, that's all I care about.
Yeah, the originals I didn't mind, but the others I can I'm not really too.
Did you say?
About those.
Is it you that said you watched the Clone Wars, the cartoons, not the film?
No.
Oh, well, that's worth watching.
Yeah.
Clone Wars and the animated stuff is actually really good. Clone Wars and Rebels are actually both quite. Clone Wars is the best by far. See, I hate the prequel films, but I don't mind the setting. I love the Clone Wars animated series. It's great.
Yeah.
I nearly did a burp then, but it didn't come out.
That's all right, mate. Burpage is allowed.
No, it went back in. It was rubbish. I don't know. I've got to say, it's quite nice doing a stream where I don't have to constantly look at the chat all the time. There's no pressure on me at all to even respond to people in chat, even though I do. And I shall. I'll have a quick look.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at chat. I'll give you a break from chat for a bit. I am surprised that Hill Street Blues has never been released on DVD, says Panzer Koenig. Bizarrely, about 6 years ago, for some reason I wasn't sure of, on Channel 4's online player, they released every single episode of Hill Street Blues with no adverts.
Really?
And I watched them all, and then about a week later they pulled them all.
Yeah, what is that?
I think they probably put it up by accident. I didn't realise. So I watched them all for the first time in like 30 years.
Yeah.
And I'd forgotten how darkly comedic they actually were.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, like they were actually a bit West Wingy in the comedy, and like the SWAT guy was hilarious because he was so inept.
Yeah,
I've forgotten his name now. The guy with the pipe and the SWAT, he was so inept. He was a complete incompetent, and I've forgotten all that.
It's like, why don't they show it? You know, it's like, I'm mad.
Don't know, but yeah, I've forgotten it was that's how comic it actually was.
Got to be a reason.
But they kind of pulled, because normally on Channel 4 everything's got adverts. I gave up watching stuff on the Channel 4 and Channel 5 players because I don't want to watch adverts on live TV. I don't want to watch them even more on catch-up TV.
No,
I hate that. So I don't watch Channel 4 or Channel. I mean, there's nothing on Channel 5 to watch anyway. But
I mean, the Hill Street Blues, it was on and then it was not on. You know, it's like, well, yeah, you know, it's weird.
It was on. It was very dated though. I mean, I don't know why though. I mean, they still show old stuff like, you know, they occasionally show the Rockford Files and Columbo and stuff and all that kind of thing. So
is it because perhaps some of the language used back then is now deemed to be outdated?
No, not really. I mean. There wasn't really any of that. I just think it's. I don't know why.
Because obviously some of the modern lingo isn't appropriate, is it, nowadays? You know.
No, I don't think it was that. I don't remember any of that. It was very 1970s, but
yeah.
I don't know why really. It does seem a little strange that it's never got a rerun. Maybe they just never. It's like they never show things like Sent Elsewhere.
No.
That never gets a re-show. But again, that was massively. But they show Friends all the time.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, mind you, Sent Elsewhere was more of a drama thing, wasn't it? So
I suppose some shows they think, well, the public are going to want that, but not necessarily one of these shows. And it's like, well, you know, there've been some famous instances of shows over the years where when it was first showed, no one really watched it. And it was only on the reruns that the shows took off. So
whatever you said, then I missed because I fell out.
I was going to say some of the shows that became successful only went successful on the reruns.
Yeah.
So. I do think some opportunities are getting missed.
I did try rewatching when I was going through my thing of find things to binge watch, and I've been through West Wing and House and everything else I want to watch. I found the Hill Street Blues and watched that, and I did try St. Elsewhere because I had memories of watching when I was very young. Watching St. Elsewhere, but not really understanding it because it was a bit too adult. And I watched a couple of episodes, but it wasn't very good.
I enjoyed House as well.
Yeah, House is mint. But
Hugh Laurie was brilliant in that.
I didn't know this, but did you know, and I'm going to get this wrong now, but the guy that made St. Elsewhere did other things, other series.
Oh, right.
I can't remember who it was now, but there's some theory that suggests that they're all in the same universe.
Oh, right.
So it's something like, I don't know, it wasn't Glenn A. Larson, but whoever it was like, now I don't know what the specific series, but it's like saying that perhaps Hill Street Blues is in the same universe as St. Elsewhere or all the other things around about that time.
Yeah.
And then there's, I think in the very last episode of St. Elsewhere, there's something like there's a child who comes out of a coma, I think. And one of the last scenes is him playing with a snow globe that's got the hospital, a little miniature hospital in it.
Yeah.
And then this big theory about the whole series was in this kid's imagination when he was in a coma. Mm-hmm. But then all the other series that this producer made, the guy that made St. Elsewhere, are they also part of this kid's coma imagination? And it was something like online internet. Somebody will have to look it up and tell me because I can't remember who the producer was. But all the other series that he made that were along the lines of St. Elsewhere and the other ones, are they all in the same universe in this kid's imagination?
Oh,
because he wakes out of the coma, and that's the end of St. Elsewhere. I can't remember what it was now. Stephen Boschko, that's it. Who did
tenuous links in all of them by the sound of it. Then.
Yeah, but it's great little. I can't remember what it was now. It's a great little sort of theory that appeared, linking all this guy's different TV series. Oi, look at chat. Raging Modeller's off. He says, I'm off to be my excellent friends. I'm beat. Good night. Stay safe.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Not a problem, buddy.
Yep.
Thanks for popping in, mate.
Yep. Stephen Bochco says EC Idaho. That's the guy that did Hill Street Blues, but not the guy that did St. Elsewhere. I don't think. Oh, yes. St. Elsewhere visited Cheers and vice versa. I think Cheers is supposed to be in the same universe. I can't remember who it was now. It's the guy, the producer of Cheers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the producer of St. Elsewhere, who did other series as well. I can't remember. Fox, Howard Hunter was the SWAT commander. Judas Priest, I can't believe you forgot Howard's name. Howard Hunter. Don't forget, it's probably about 8 or 9 years since I actually watched Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
But Howard Hunter, yes. It's literally about almost 10 years since I watched it, so. And I only got a chance, so I watched it when I was a kid, and I got a chance to watch it once about 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But you do get points. He does get points for saying Judas Priest in chat. Judas Priest, I can't believe we couldn't remember that.
Absolutely.
I've not heard somebody use that as an expletive for a long time.
I think the band were in the top 10 the last time I saw that used in a sentence.
I've never heard anybody say the phrase top 10 in about 50 years. Showing your age now, lad.
Absolutely. Top 10 bits.
I don't think top 10's a thing, pop pickers. Not half. Okay, I've got that music in my head now. But I can't do it because of copyright. I mean, it's not my channel, so I don't really care, but I'm not going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, who was it that did St. Elsewhere? Somebody look up online and tell me who the producer. It's not Glenn A. Larson. It's not Stephen Bochco because he did police stuff. Who was it that did St. Elsewhere? There's somebody have to look it up for me. There's some theory about the kid with the snow globe and St. Elsewhere, and that ties it into all the other universes of all the other shows that he did. But I can't remember who it was. He's like one of those producers that did loads of things that you know about, like Dick Wolf did loads of police series.
Yeah.
Unless it was Stephen Bochco. I don't think it was Stephen Bochco that did St. Elsewhere.
Well, it's like the guy that did all the CSI stuff when it always used stuff from his favourite Who records as the intros.
Oh, yeah. Never liked the CSI stuff. I always thought it was kind of drivel, to be honest. It was glamorous nonsense. I've never been interested in glamorous nonsense. If every member of your cast is attractive, then it's like, yeah, it's just glamorous nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what is a good series. Have you got Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Have you watched Bosch?
Yes.
It's good.
Titus Welliver.
Titus Welliver.
Yeah.
Is Bosch, is Bosch
Jamie
good?
Hector. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, Bosch is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Just right,
good.
in it. He's mean, he's moody, and it's like, yeah.
I didn't realise he was in Lost. He was the other guy in Lost. I can't remember his name. The black man.
Yeah.
As in the man, not the black man. He's not black. I mean, he's the man in black. What was he called? Something like that, anyway.
Yeah. I think they're still making Bosch, but I think, like everything, it's stopped at the moment, isn't it? Production.
I don't know. I don't know if it's actually finished now. Yeah. It's like Amazon. They make a few series and then kind of stop. But I liked Thing and Barrel, the two guys, the old guys.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot, what is it? Barrel and what was it called? Something a Barrel. The two old detectives. One was called Barrel. One was called.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah,
a bit like Lock and Key, but it's something and Barrel. I can't remember now.
Yeah. Wasn't something like Tumblr, was it?
The guys that created Sent Elsewhere also created Northern Exposure. Oh God, there's a show I've forgotten about. It could be that was connected. There's loads of different series. I can't remember what it was now anyway.
We're men of a certain age.
Yeah, I'll look it up and I'll post it up somewhere. Maybe it's Glenn A. Larson. Maybe there's some internet theory that links all the different Glenn A. Larson series or something. I'm sure Glenn A. Larson.
You know what's going to happen now, though? About 4 a.m., you're going to suddenly remember it and go, voila!
No, what will actually happen is when we finish streaming here, I'll go downstairs and unplug everything because Mama Fox leaves some things plugged in because you can't plug them. So I have to go and sort them all out. Do all that, then I'll go on the internet and I'll start looking up the conspiracy theory that links the. Somebody in chat, just go and do a Google search for St. Elsewhere Snow Globe Theory and then put it in chat, remind me.
The guys who created St. Elsewhere also created Northern Exposure, Joshua Brandt and John Falsey.
Yeah, no, it's not them two. And I don't know if Northern Exposure was part of it, but if somebody can look up St. Elsewhere Snow Globe Theory Child or something, I don't know. I do it myself, but, I'm on telly, so.
Mark
I'm on
Tinker.
telly.
Sorry, Dad?
Mark Tinker and John Macias. No.
It's some well-known, typical American, like the Glenn A. Larson type name, but it's not Glenn A. Larson, obviously.
Tommy Westfall.
No, I mean, he's like a producer or director or something. Or the creator of it. I can't remember.
I don't know. He beat me.
Maybe it wasn't even St. Elsewhere. I could be making a complete fool of myself.
This is where we now apply the wet mitten, isn't it? Because it could be that he's had us running around looking for something that,
In there, it could be.
Yeah, we might need to apply the wet mitten, folks.
No, I don't think so. Now, the question I've got now is, do I glue this cloak on now? It's a beautiful cloak. Or do I need to keep it off to paint things?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Paintability.
I think I should be able to paint things with the cloak on. It's bizarrely, given the fact it's a space wolf and it's Ragnar Blackmane, it's actually a bearskin cloak.
Yeah.
Because it appears to have a great big bear bonce. I'll get the next piece of the cloak and see if that fits. If it still allows paintage. If not, I'll have to leave it off. Yeah, because that's not a wolf's head. That's a bear head.
Yeah.
Unless it's a really fat Fenrisian wolf. Could be a big fat Fenrisian wolf, I suppose. They are big.
Yeah. Could be a slightly obese wolf.
Yeah. As we all know, of course, in our Warhammer lore, Fenris wolves are not wolves.
Okay.
They're actually people.
Oh, is that a spoiler alert?
Kind of, a little bit.
It's all right. Spoiler alerts are allowed.
Yeah, nobody cares. I think the law is that when you're a space wolf, if you want to be a space wolf, space marine, one of your initiations is to go out and hunt some Fenrisian wolves, which are like 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
Big, massive things, and kill one and bring it back. Unarmed, with no weapons or anything. Go out in the wilds with no special equipment, hunt one down and kill it, something like that. But the thing that's not particularly grim. That's not particularly Warhammer grimdark.
Right.
What makes it real grimdark is that the wolves on Fenris aren't wolves. They're actually descended from the original people that colonized the planet from Earth because there was some genetic shenaniganery going on. Because space wolves have got some animal genes involved in them. So it was actually people that mutated from people to these wolves. So they're actually hunting people effectively. It has to go dark and a bit dark at some point in Warhammer. So where are we up to? I would like to know more about my family history, says Paul Di Tommaso. I know that I have family from Italy, Germany and Hungary. I refuse to pay for ancestry, though.
Yeah.
My sister is doing it, but it's worth noting if you get that far back. Edward Lennis says, with the cloak, always glue it and then deal with it. I would do if it was a rank of file, but it's a character, so I need to be careful.
Yeah.
Fox, if they are space wolves, why would they hunt hairy wolves? Because they're space wolves, they follow the way of the wolf, but they respect the wolves, but they still hunt them.
So he knows his stuff.
Yeah. They have to hunt a Fenrisian wolf as part of their initiation into the space wolves. Notwithstanding what they have to go through to become a space marine, of course, which is pretty horrific. And by pretty horrific, of course, I mean Warhammer levels pretty horrific. It's going to bug me now. Oh.
Yeah. You're going to be laying there all night, aren't you, going,
I can't believe nobody watching hasn't just put a Google search for St. Elsewhere Snow Globe conspiracy theory universe. I don't know. Literally, it'll take a minute. Or they've done it and they're just not telling me.
Yeah.
How's your Bane? Anyway, shut up about me. How's your Baneblade going, dude? What's happening on your Baneblade?
Oh, mate, we got turretage. Yeah. We got all of that lot. And then we've got, I'm pretty much building everything because I'm going to be doing it as modular.
Oh.
So there's going to be all kinds of magnetricity and stuff like that.
Magnetricity, I like that word.
Yeah. He's saying it is the Tommy Westpaul universe hypothesis. Says it would include Cheers on Me Side, X-Files, Law and Order during the character crossovers. Tommy is the kid with a snow globe who would have created them.
Yes, that's it.
I said Tommy Westpaul.
Did you?
I do believe you did, Dad.
Yeah, I stand corrected. The name didn't click until I saw it written down. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So the idea is that he's the kid. I think he's in a coma or something, and he's autistic and he's imagined it. So all these different series, he's imagined all these people, and that's why they can do little crossovers, and they all. That's it. It's fascinating what the fans come up with just when they've got time on their hands. Basically,
I am suitably impressed with your knowledge of Wealthdom.
I know, it's amazing what you can find out when you're unemployed and you've got an internet. In those good days.
No, that's.
I once spent an entire weekend. Get this, and literally like a Saturday and a Sunday, reading through the whole Time Traveller Zero John Titor story.
Oh, right.
Which, going back to the days of Above Top Secret when it wasn't a right-wing horrible website, but it was a conspiracy theory website. It was quite good fun.
Yeah.
And a whole weekend reading about this. Basically just a hoax that somebody did online, but it was such a great hoax that went on in these different forums and chats in the early 2000s. It was fantastic. It was fascinating.
Oh, there's so many conspiracy theories out there, mate, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it was, in the days gone by, the Above Top Secret website used to be a good place to hang out and just read stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't go there now. It's a completely right-wing, horrible, nasty place.
Yeah.
It fell over and turned into a heaving cesspit.
It's a shame when that happens because, like I say, some of the stuff is a worthy good read, isn't it? You know, and like you say, it then suddenly gets overtaken, doesn't it? It's like,
and then general IQ drops.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's now amoeba time. Time to move on.
Thank you, Paul Lyons, for finding that out. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
And apologies, Dad, that you said the name and I didn't recognise it. I don't know why.
No worries.
Thanks, Dad.
He's a character, him.
No, I didn't recognise the name for some reason until it was written down.
No worries.
I wouldn't worry, Dad, because at least you still had a hug from Mama Fox.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Because who's had a hug from Mama Fox in this room now? Then.
Oh, it's like that with you two, is it? Oh, really? Is that what it's come to?
Yeah. If you can somehow get here when the world's not on fire, Col.
Yes.
I'm sure Mama Fox will be all hugs.
Well, we are planning a road trip of meetness, aren't we, at some point when everything calms down, because it'll be Warhammer World, won't it?
Yeah, but I'm a hell of a diversion from Nottingham to up here.
Yeah, but I'm sure a road trip will happen. Because,
that's like going from London to Nottingham via Glasgow or something.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
sure.
Don't worry, Carl. I'll go and pick Fox up and I'll give Mama Fox a hug for you.
I don't think that's
anyway, now that Mike's no longer a mod on the channel.
Oh, has he fallen out? Oh, do you fall out as well, Dad?
That's all right. He may mock. My time will come.
I like the way you use may there in a kind of slightly optimistic hope that he won't.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
He may mock, and when I say may, I mean absolutely will.
Yeah. He picks on me all the time, Fox, in the hangouts, mate.
Well, why not?
Oh, I sit and sob some nights. It's painful. It really is.
Sit and sob.
Yeah, a little lump in my throat. Oh, I'm not feeling the love anymore.
Great big Jesse.
Yeah. And then he sits there and goes, yeah, swat.
Oh, yeah. You just say, psycho. And he goes,
no, it's nice to have a giggle. It's just like the good old days of having a laugh and a joke. It's just, it's what it's all about.
Were you in the army, Col?
No, I didn't get in, mate. I failed the medical, mate, believe it or not. Right.
No, for some reason, I was just going to say, because it's, because no, obviously Dad's ex-forces, and I was going to say it's just typical sort of ex-forces stuff. You just all take the mickey out of each other all the set constantly.
Oh, no.
That's the kind of people we are.
I applied to join with 3 of me mates, and only one of us got in. So yeah.
You had to watch them drive off on the bus, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but I kind of lived an army career through me mate, if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, and I was devastated because all through school, when anyone ever asked what you're going to do, it's I'm going in the army. And I never got to live the dream, but it's just one of them things, isn't it?
I'm like, when I was the age that I could have done, I was like, well, I would want to do that. I don't even want to go to university. I want to sit on my butt and do nothing, earn money and buy synthesizers and do nothing because I'm a coward. Yeah. But as I've got older, I'm thinking, I kind of wish I had in a way.
Yeah, it was one of those, because, a lot of my family have been in and done their service, and it was, I wouldn't say a family tradition, not everyone went in, but I kind of just had it in me that that's what I wanted to do, and had set my heart on it, and it was quite devastating not to do it, but then, you move on, don't you? You go, oh, well, it wasn't to be. What next?
I do surprise myself sometimes that I kind of find myself thinking I kind of wish I had, because I'm a complete coward.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that I can't even effectively run away from a fight without falling over and breaking something. So I was quite surprised that in my later years now I'm finding myself thinking, you know what, I kind of wish I had.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted to fight or anything, it's just because for the experience what it gives you, I kind of miss that I never did that.
Probably comes as a surprise, actually, but no, I did like to have a good rumble, I must admit. It's one of them, if someone was giving you grief, you would say, well, fine, let's go and deal with it then, And...
See, I was the complete opposite. I was the nerd, so I was completely allergic to any kind of violence or pain because I was rubbish.
No, it was one of them, You'd always get someone that walked in the pub would sweat, smell a wet beer towel and think they was Rambo, and it's like, really? But I'm not proud of it, but like I say, if someone gave you the ump, you would deal with it, wouldn't you?
If people don't know us, that is totally our sense of humour, is just to take the mickey out of each other. And
oh, absolutely, it's merciless as well. But I would love to have had the camaraderie that forces people have, because you see it, and that's almost what you wanted, you know, that's what you saw, a brotherhood, that type of thing. And
Yeah.
like a drug, that appealed to me, you know, and been a bit gung-ho as well. But yeah, it's one of them, innit, you know, it's, you know, my mate Paul still, you know, oh yeah, you know, I used to find out where he was, what he was up to a degree with what he could say, obviously.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly what was going on,
but you know, you kind of felt that you had done your service because you was always hearing bits and pieces from your mate, you know.
You were living it vicariously through them, basically.
Yeah, and to see the person he was when he went in and the man he came out as, I was envious of that in a way. But then, like he said, you've still gone on to have your own personality traits that you've calmed down compared to what you used to be, he said. So,
yeah,
you know, it's just one of them. But
yeah, but a lot of the calming down, a lot of the time is just through age, isn't it? We all calm down as we get older.
Oh, yeah. Because suddenly you get a maturity pill, don't you? And you're like, yeah, I really don't need to be doing this anymore.
I don't think it's maturity. I think it's just, it's too goddamn hard. It's like my days of going to work, coming home from work on a Friday, going into Manchester at like 7 or 8 at night, coming home at 7 the next morning.
Yeah.
After being in Rock World or 42nd Street all night in Manchester. Yeah, that's clearly not going to happen ever again because I'm old and I can't do that shit anymore.
yeah, you're like,
neither do I look that good in the biker jacket, boots and black gloves anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of wrong, isn't it? It's like when I used to ride, you suddenly hit that age where you think, I don't think one-piece leathers is something I should be wearing now.
Yeah, I mean, I had like, it was a proper, you know, the proper greaser style classic biker jacket.
Yeah,
but then it was with the black combat pants and the black paratrooper boots.
Yeah.
Some sort of like manga t-shirt of some sort of label, and then you know, hair down to my butt in a ponytail because I was kind of
good man.
I was kind of grunge, but I didn't even like the music. I just liked the look.
Yeah, it was a good look, wasn't it? It was anti-establishment. That was the thing, wasn't it? You know. And
so there's me in 42nd Street. Everybody's rocking out to Pearl Jam on the dance floor, and I'm like, well, I don't really like the music, but the look's good. I'll sit have another beer, please.
Yeah. Yeah, you stand over there with your silk scarf going flutter, flutter, flutter.
Yeah. Well, not a silk scarf, no.
Yeah. Did you have a mullet?
No, that was 80s. I'm talking 90s.
Oh, mullet. Right. Yeah, of course, yeah, you're a bit younger than me.
Yeah, mullet. I was grunge, not... Mullet's more like your mate in the army stationed in Germany for 4 years.
Yeah, I had a metal mullet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, where I completely shaved the sides of my head bald. And just had this long central bit, basically the opposite of what my haircut is now.
Yeah.
And at the time I thought, oh yeah, this is the look, you know what I mean? And one of my boys found the old photo album.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, Dad. I went, what? He said, please tell me that isn't you. I said, it was. He said, metal mullet. I went, yeah. I said, why not? You're so wrong, he went. Oh, yeah, I know.
See, he went wrong there. He should have started with, Dad, how much have you got in the account?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you should have been there, mate. You want to see the other bloke?
Yeah.
I mean, Mrs. was like full Elvira goth at the time as well. And it was like, yeah.
You do realise, of course, you're now whetting the appetite because everybody now wants to see you, not necessarily with a mullet. Everybody wants to see you with hair.
Well, Mike already has. He's seen the wedding photos.
See, that's like Dad getting a hug, you see.
Yeah, Dad already, pardon me, has seen the wedding photos. Yep, Spider Pig.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
I certainly have.
There was photographic evidence of Festa with hair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm getting the thought now that, you see, people in your group, they might be wanting to see evidence of you with hair.
Yeah.
Am I turning the chat against you? I think I am.
You more than likely are, but
I'm riling the crowd up.
It was bad, but yeah, they did see it. Dad was like, "Oh my god!" So, yes.
I've glued the cape on. I've decided to glue his cloak on.
Oh right.
It's just a great big bear skin, I think. It might be a Fenrisian wolf. It's probably a wolf. Looks pretty good. I've got a big, massive seam line there that I'll have to fill in, but never mind.
Yeah, I've got a few on here that I shall be going round with and denubbing and de-seaming off air. But
Yeah, well, there's a
for the
seam
moment,
line.
it's build, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the seam line goes down there. You can't really see it in amongst the fur, but on this bit you can kind of see it. So I'll clean that up later.
Yeah.
Probably get a bit of sprue goo or the glue that comes out, fill it nicely. See, there's no real embarrassing photographs of me when I was young. I either had just hair, like I've got, or I had a long ponytail down to my butt.
Yeah.
But that's not really embarrassing. So, really.
Yeah, I've got somewhere I was rocking the Don Johnson look.
Oh, I did that for a while. That was a stupid thing to do.
Yeah, highlighted blonde hair with designer stubble.
Yeah, the little blonde.
Yeah,
little
the
crispy bits
espadrille
on the ends.
shoes. Yeah, and it's like,
Frosted
didn't this look
tips.
Cool? Yeah, that was it. And it's like,
I went through a phase where I really liked collar cuffs. You know, the little metal things that you get on the end of your shirt collar. Little metal triangle wings for your shirt collars.
I used to have some of those.
I never had a bootlace tie, but
I used to have some of those and a tie pin.
yeah. And so I used to have. I don't know why, but I used to like wearing them. Little shirt collar wings.
I've got another confession one to have as well. I once wore a bow tie.
Oh, I've worn a bow tie before now.
Yeah, it was
I had a tailcoat.
I didn't go that far.
But don't forget, of course, I was combining a tailcoat with like combat pants and paratrooper boots.
Oh, so it was almost like pre-steampunk then.
Yeah, so basically, Millennium New Year, if I remember rightly, Millennium New Year, New Year's Eve 1999, 2000.
Yeah.
We went out to a few local pubs, and we're all just dressed for fun. So I was wearing basically black wing shirt, collar shirt with bow tie.
Yeah.
Black tail jacket, like a proper conductor's jacket, all the way down to the floor. And black combat pants, black paratrooper boots.
Good look.
And we were
but part of me is thinking, I so would have rocked that look as well.
Yeah. But then I kept it for a few years. And I wore it for various things. There is a photograph of me somewhere wearing it.
It's like, that's my man.
Yep.
Yeah, I fully accept that ensemble.
Oh, yeah. I also never forget going to my friend Martin's wedding. And we had these awesome like morning suits, but they weren't like the typical boring grey or brown. They were actually like a brown with a very faint pinstripe.
Yeah.
So all different shades of brown. And it was like proper flowing frock coat type stuff. Mm-hmm. And after the wedding and stuff, it was the reception. And my feet were killing me, so I took my boots off and I put my sneakers on. And I've got I always wear red Converse sneakers.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, I've got red frock coat. We've got this brown, very faint pinstripe frock coat, waistcoat. I've got I had the jacket done up, and I had the brown, very faint pinstripe trousers. And I stood outside. And it was boiling hot because it was the middle of summer. So I stood outside in the cool. I just put my arms out to either side and lifted my head back and just de-sweated. Yeah. And as I stood there, somebody walked past and said, "Are you regenerating?" Because at that exact moment, I looked like 10, basically. Because I had the brown suit and the red sneakers. Are you regenerating? I'm like, oh, God. I was just in that exact pose.
Oh, brilliant.
I think there's a
See, these things only happen to you, don't they? Same as when you got the 50p thrown in your cup.
That was great.
I could just so imagine you sitting there going, really?
Yeah. I got pulled by the police once and made the policeman go and check his tyres.
Oh, good man.
And check his headlights. He pulled us over because one of my rather stupidly, my friend didn't have his seatbelt, so he pulled us over and told us off a little bit.
Yeah.
I hadn't done anything wrong. But it was an old guy in a puppy walk. He was puppy walking a young guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about parking lights.
Yeah.
So there's a transit van behind us and there's like one headlight on and one headlight off. And we're having a nice conversation because he was a nice guy and I'm not going to give him any grief. And I said, I don't want to shock you, but I think one of your headlights is out. He went, no, it's a parking light. I said, no, one of them's not on. Yeah. And after back and forth, he went, no, I'll go and show you. And he walked over to his van and turned it on and the other light came on. He said, see, it works. And I said, oh, brilliant. Okay, well, I'll let you off this time, but next time I'm checking your tyres. And he went, yeah, don't push it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, okay.
Yeah, don't push it next time, son. All right.
Yeah, be nice to the policeman.
Yeah, always a winner. Always the best idea. Yeah, I've got more cape to do.
I tried that once with a copper. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they checked every nut, bolt, washer. Yeah, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I won't be making that mistake again then.
No. I had fun once because I got pulled over once. I was really young and I'd only been driving not for very long. And I accidentally drove through a red light, but it's because the junction where the traffic lights were at the time was very badly laid out. And there was one traffic light that you couldn't necessarily always tell if it was for your lane.
Yeah.
Like a crossroads. There's one traffic light that looked like it was for my lane, but it could also be for the lane going that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of half distracted, looked at it and thought it was green for me and went, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, going across it, I cut up a police van doing it. If one person you're going to cut up, so they pulled me over. It was my dad's car, and I was terrified. I was dead young at the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, but when they pulled me over, without thinking, I literally got out of the car, walked up to the police van and said, "It's a fair cop, Gov, you've got me banged to rights." And the guy was like, because they're not used to the person getting out of the car and walking up to the van. They normally expect you to sit in the car. And then they just started laughing.
Phew, he says. Yeah.
Yeah, start walking towards the car. They're like, get ready, get ready. Oh, he's just an idiot. Don't worry about it.
Well, the trouble is, at the time when we do say stuff to them, we think it's the most funniest thing, and they've probably never heard it. And it's like,
they're like, yeah, shut up.
Yeah,
shut up.
We've heard that a million times. Yeah, of course you have.
Yeah. I've got to be honest. I mean, I've been pulled over a few times in my life. Just, generals.
Yeah.
You're driving late at night and maybe they pull you over because you're a bit wobbly on the road or something.
Yeah.
Just stop and check. That's all.
We're only doing
and
that.
I've always been really friendly with them and really nice. I've never given them any crap. There's no point. If you give a policeman jit for pulling you over like that, you're just going to end up getting a lot more checks than you would have got in the first place.
At the end of the day, they're doing their checks, Is this your car? Yeah. I can't remember one cop was saying, I said to him, well, what made you pull me over then? He said, you just got that look about you, mate. I said, oh, cheers, thanks a lot. At least you're honest. He said, no, you just look a bit dodgy. I said, oh, thanks a lot.
A little bit way.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I got pulled once. I was driving through Tatton, I think. And he pulled me over. He said, you're going a bit excessively. And it's like I used to go for drives around that way, just late at night if I couldn't sleep or if I needed to just chill out.
Yeah.
And he said, you were going a bit fast on some of them country lanes, a little bit wibbly wobbly. I said, I'm just really tired.
Yeah.
He said, just breathe on me. So I breathed on him. We went, yeah, a little bit fruity, but you're not drinking.
No.
Thanks. Because it was late at night, I'd brush my teeth in hours.
I used to have it when the boys were teething.
Yeah.
You used to put them in the back of the car in the booster seat and take them out for a drive.
Yeah, calm them down. But once I got pulled over for driving a bit fast. But the problem was I was driving down dark country lanes. And there's a car right on my arse. Literally right up my car, Jacksy. And I was like a little bit scared. I'm like, this car's right barreling up against me and it constantly chasing me, following me. Yeah. And I looked at it and it looked like they were like Peugeot headlights. This is going back about 15. And I'm like, well, it's not a police car because all the police cars are Astras and Escorts. So I didn't know what it was. So I was kind of nervous, but it turns out it was actually a police car. He said, why were you driving so fast? I said, because I didn't know you were a police car and I thought it was somebody chasing me because you're around. He said,
road rage or something like that, yeah.
And I said to him, I've got to be honest with you, all the cars I've ever seen from you guys have been Astras or Escorts. And he went, we've only taken this car on like this week.
That'll be.
He said, I'm going to let you off because it's fair play. You said you recognise the headlights as Peugeot and you didn't remember the police cars being. He said, that's fair enough, Rick, because we've only had the car for a week and all our cars are Astras. And he said, I'll let you off. And it was country lane, so I didn't have any light to see what the car was.
Yeah.
But again, I was just nice. I was nice with him. I said, I'm
absolutely.
Really sorry.
At least you was honest.
I was in fear for my life, officer. I didn't know if you're a maniac or a nutter.
Well, this is it. I mean, back then there had been a few incidences, hadn't there? Well publicised road rage incidents. So you wasn't to know, and
I had no way of knowing, officer.
Absolutely. Panzer saying, Fox, we now need to see this photo, even if it's just for a laugh.
What, with the tailcoat?
Yeah.
I think for some reason I was pulling a dumbass Joker pose where you walk away from the camera but look back.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'll see if I can find it.
Probably the same as me. We're dumbasses and we're jokers. We're not safe to be let out.
Not really. It's best that we're not. Now, I don't really want to glue this bit of cape on now because I can't get to things to paint them, but I can't glue it on later because it's going to be so fiddly to glue it on. I'll just ruin the paint job. So I'm going to have to glue it on now.
Sarah Jane saying after a cop had stopped her for a routine, he then asked if I wanted his number. She turned around and said, I already have it. It's 999. He wasn't amused.
Nice one.
Good one.
Yeah. It's true though, isn't it? If you ever... It can't just be me that whenever you talk to a policeman, you instantly feel guilty even though you've done nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
You
I mean, I sort of think, have I got anything on me that I shouldn't have? And I'm like,
it's
really?
like they pull you over for just a routine and you think, my God, they think I'm a terrorist or I'm a rapist.
Yeah.
And it's like, I haven't done any of that stuff.
Yeah, you just sit there like, why have they pulled me over? You know, it's not as if you're sitting there with a loaded shotgun, is it? You know, but
I remember being in town once. We went out for some beers and one of my mates, who was a bit of a chud at the time, he was a bit worse for wear, and for whatever reason, in a moment of sheer stupidity, he decided to kick a shop window and it shattered.
oh right, yeah,
Unfortunately, there were two coppers like 5 yards across the walkway.
yeah.
And I had no idea he was going to do that. I didn't know why he did it. And they came over and he was like, "Oh, sugar," and he instantly knew he was screwed. So he didn't give him any nonsense. And they were stood talking to him. And they took my details, and it's like I felt guilty, but I hadn't done anything. I was just there.
Yeah,
I felt guilty, but you know,
that's exactly the same as what I'd be like. You know, I've got A-level guilt at the end of the day. It'd be like, yeah, I'm so going to get, yeah.
It's weird. Like whenever there's a copper involved, you just instantly feel guilty.
As well, you notice when you see a police car behind you, you start driving like a learner, don't you?
It's true.
You know what I mean? We all do it, don't we? And it's like, yeah, 2:10, and they're not interested. All they're interested in is it your car, you know? But
the worst thing you can ever do is pull up at the traffic lights alongside a police car.
Oh, yeah, you do that 1,000-yard stare.
All you can do is look straight ahead and pretend nothing else exists. You don't know where to look.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not looking. I know the copper's there, but if I look at him, he's going to stop me. And it's like, no, he's not. He's not interested.
He's going to stop me and do a full body search. I don't want to do that.
He's going to come out the car. He's going to have a set of long marigolds on, and I'm going to be talking in a squeaky voice.
Who better steady there is?
Yeah, no, it's steady there is. Yeah, we all do it, and it is funny. And I find it comical if you're behind a copper, watching how everyone in front of the copper is driving. Really, you know.
Oh yeah,
like, we all do it.
If you're behind a police car, you know you're not going to get anywhere fast.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm going to keep a safe distance from the police car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever done this, but you're like, oh, there's a junction coming. The copper isn't turning off. I'm going to turn off.
Yeah, I've done that once, actually.
Yeah, so you turn off, and then you get to the top of the hill, and there's another one sat there, and you're like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, I was stuck behind a police car. But there was like 3 or 4. Well, there was a car in front of him, and it was like a single lane road.
Yeah.
And the guy in front of the police car clearly was a bit spooked, so he was driving at exactly 30. But it was a country road. But you know, he wasn't breaking the law, so the copper just let him crack on. But
yeah,
I'm kind of dying of old age and boredom here. So at the next junction, I thought I'll just duck down here, and I know I can get to this other way. And of course, I ducked down like 3 rows down. There was another bloody cop car, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
crying out loud.
Always the way, mate.
Yep, always the way.
But at the time, we think, yes, I've outwitted the fuzz.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you
I'm smart, SMRT smart.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that got him, and it's like, yeah, he's not remotely interested in me anyways, but
no.
We convince ourselves that the copper wants us and us alone. It's like,
yeah, the chances of them actually being interested in the car behind them are absolutely slim.
Yeah. I'm glad to know it's not just me that's done that.
Oh no. Now I have to say, I'm finding flash on this figure, and that's most untoward for Games Workshop.
Oh, blimey.
Especially on somebody's head.
Yeah.
That's most untoward. Because this figure's only, what, a year and a half old? Year old, this set? How rare.
Yeah.
Where are we? Paul Line says, I remember going drinking in town one night, and when walking back to the station, me and my mates saw a couple of coppers. We got talking to them and they were really nice. And when we got to the station, my mate pulled out a mag light he had lifted off one of the coppers' belt. Oh dear.
Oh, brilliant.
We cannot condone such actions, but that's hilarious.
That is good.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine the copper having to explain that. Why have you lost your mag light?
A friend of mine went to Liverpool University for a year. You might be thinking that's not really long enough to do a physics degree, and it wasn't, because he only lasted a year.
Yeah.
So he went out one night, and he was a bit worse for wear. And he got in the back of this taxi, and he gave his name and address, and he said, "I'd like to go there, please." And there was a pause, and then he said, I had this sudden moment of clarity. He said, why is there somebody in the passenger seat, and why are they both wearing pointy hats? He got in the back of a police car.
Oh, priceless.
So they took him home.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah. He went there to Liverpool for a year.
Yeah.
He says to me, this is the early 90s, he says, I found this place to live. It's like dirt cheap. It's like, £10 a month or something. Yeah. It's amazing. It's a massive house. So where is it? It's in Toxteth. I went, well, there you go then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, got in the back of a police car.
That is brilliant.
Thinking it was a taxi. Why are they wearing pointy? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I've gone and done it wrong again, he says.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of them are good.
Yeah, they took him home.
It's one of those at the end of the day. I mean, it's a thankless job at the end of the day, isn't it? Let's be honest, because everyone and their dog has, got a disdain or a distrust or whatever you want to call it of them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're only trying to do their job and keep us lot safe. So
I was always brought up to respect authority anyway. So
oh yeah, I can remember going into my mum.
I'm not saying anyone is blameless for anything, but I'll always treat such positions with respect until I know otherwise.
I can always remember as a teenager going into my mum because I'd got a clip round the ear hole off the neighbourhood flatfoot.
Yeah.
Oh, so he gave me a clip round the ear hole. So she gave me another one. And I was like, well, what was that for? She said, well, you must have upset him. She said, you don't, a copper don't randomly clip you around the ear hole. Yeah, should show some respect. She said, I haven't brought you up to be like that. All right, mum, lesson learned.
Yep, lesson learned. There you go.
Yeah, it was like I had a matching pair of sore ears, but she was right.
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you did to knock him off, don't do it again, smack.
Yeah. I mean, it's because he was riding his bike and I did the obligatory, your back wheels following you and get off and milk it, and he just didn't appreciate it.
Nah, I remember, just give me a flashback now. I must have been about 9 or maybe 10 or something. So late 70s, early 80s. And there's like a group of us, all the kids my age in the street. We're all fairly well behaved and respected, but there's a couple of the lads who are a bit older, the older teenagers, and they went hedge hopping one night. Mm-hmm. And we were like, oh, let's go with them. So we come? We didn't know what it was. And if anybody doesn't know what hedge hopping is, it's basically you go to the end of your road and you just, whichever one you can find, you get into someone's back garden and then you work your way along all the back gardens.
Yeah.
To get back to where you started. And that's the thrill of the risk, was to work your way through the gardens in the night and then back, and then you come out wherever you started, at your own house or something. And this is in the 70s. Most of the time people didn't have, there's no security lights and stuff or anything like that. It was, people had fairly basic security in those days. Yeah. So you just work your way along the gardens. But at one point we got to one garden where we got to the garden and there was a kitchen light was on, and there was a woman in the kitchen doing some washing up or something. And then bugger me, we're waiting for them to finish in the kitchen so they can turn the light off and then we can move to the next garden. This massive German Shepherd comes out
yeah, in
the garden, and we're like, so everybody in the group scarpers except me. I'm just rooted to the spot. So of course, Muggins here, I get Colin, don't I?
Oh, right, yeah.
By the homeowner. And it turns out the dog was as soft as butter. So I get collared. The guy comes out. And I'm in tears because I'm like, ah! I'm like 9. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Turns out he was a copper. It was a police dog. And he was a copper.
Oh, no.
So he phones me mum and dad. I'm only round the corner from my own house, basically.
Yeah.
He phones my mum and dad. I'm just wiping my nose, sorry. And,
That's all right.
my dad turns up to pick me. Clap round the ear. Got home, clap round the ear from my mum. It turns out when I got there, the guy was having a laugh with my dad. I found out in later years. He was like, yeah, he said, it's just kids, innit? He said, I'm not going to do anything. I'm a copper. I'm 6'4" in every direction. Yeah. There's nothing they can do. They're going to go through my garden and go to the next one. He says, but I'm not, I don't care if they're in my garden. But, obviously other people might.
Yeah.
He said, my dog's not going to attack him, but... So
others might,
that was a learning experience that I didn't repeat.
Oh, yeah. It's all stuff that we did, though, isn't it? I mean, back then, you didn't think it was doing any harm. It's only when it gets done when you're older, you're like, yeah, I used to do that.
Well, you think about it now, it's like, imagine there was somebody in your back garden now. I'd be beside myself with absolute terror.
Yeah.
And I'm a middle-aged bloke, and I'd be like, call the police, call the army, call the Pope, I don't care.
Dare I say it, it's a different world we live in now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And dare I say it, if you as a kid went jumping in someone's garden, you don't know whether they're going to come out armed with a machete, do you?
Yeah. So, but yeah, those were the days.
You just don't know, it's different times, isn't it?
Yep, led astray by the teenage kids on the street, I don't know.
Yeah.
Burpage. I was not amused the next day when I went out and met up with them all, and I was like, thanks for leaving me in the crap there. You guys all buggered off, and nobody checked to see if I was still there. Just left me to the jaws of that dog. I may have made the story a bit more scary when I retold it to them.
Yeah.
I may not have said that I burst into tears the moment the guy came out. Ah!
Oh, I used to get it with me mates where they go, oh, let's go and do this. Yeah, brilliant idea. So off I'd go, like gung-ho. And they was all stood back, you know what I mean? And there's muggins here doing the business. It's like, when you're going to learn.
One of my friends, Mike, was that kind of mate that whenever you come with a daring plan, he'd always be convinced to go first. Let's go and try and jump across this local brook on our bikes. Okay, will you go first? Okay. Yeah. And he always did it. Yeah. Let's try going on the canal when it's frozen over, see if the ice breaks. Okay.
Yeah.
You go first. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I lost count the amount of daft things I did back then.
Oh, yeah.
Like you say, you learn from it.
Yep, good times.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, put them the right way up your spoon. That always helps.
Always a good idea. Yeah, the thing is, it's like you look at yourself now and you think, I'm an idiot. It's like, God, what kind of an idiot was I when I was a child? Even worse.
Yeah,
you think we were idiots now. Imagine us when we were like half,
I kind of never wanted to grow up, and it's funny, my missus will say that to me now. She said, you are a twit. She says, I love you for it. She said, because you've always stuck to your guns, and sort of, being an adult's boring. She said, you just goof. She said, but, she wouldn't have you any other way.
No one wants to adult.
Yeah, she's just as mad as a box of frogs. I went, yep.
Exactly.
I said, and you're not proud to take me anywhere, are you? She went, no.
No.
But it is comical because...
That was a real Jeb Bartlett, no.
Oh, yeah. If we're going somewhere, I don't know whether you get this, but I get my list of, these are the things you're not allowed to say. Okay. Yeah. You cannot mention this. Okay. This or this. And I'm like, why are you telling me this? Because I hadn't thought of any of that, but now it's in my head.
It's in there. Why have you primed the pump?
And we had one where she went, please don't say that my sister has got fat. Nope. Okay. I won't.
Not that I was going to, but oops.
Yeah, I said, I won't say a word, my dear. She said, no, seriously. She said, because, it'll upset her. Yeah, no worries. Won't say a word. And in comes her sister, and I'm like, F me, cool, you've got some timber on your girl, ain't you? And it was that proper record scratch moment, but I then turned and realised that the heat I felt was the heat from the venomous look that the wife was giving me.
Oh yeah,
But,
you could the silentest of silent evil stares.
oh yeah, what sealed my fate was sniggering, because behind my wife, my two boys were absolutely corpsing with laughter. I just sniggered at them, but I was like,
You're like, oh dear.
Mum took Dad out in public, and it lasted 5 minutes before it went peeps on.
Yeah.
I said I would have done all right if you hadn't said a word, dear.
You think she would have learnt eventually
Yeah.
to not prime the pump, wouldn't you?
Really? Absolutely, and it's going to happen again. We got family weddings to go to and things like that. And she just sits there and she goes, right, I'm going to prepare you now. We've got a wedding in 6 months. She said, and these are the things you can't mention. Okay, why are you telling me now? I'm going to forget in 10 minutes, let alone 6 months.
I'm going to forget in 10 minutes, but I remember the moment you put me in the situation that I can't say them.
My boys, it was the standing joke before the world caught on fire. Guess what? Mum's taking Dad out in public. Oh, this is going to be fun. We went up to London to do the Tower of London and London Eye and all that lot. I said, boys, you don't have to come. Don't have to come. Wouldn't miss this for the world, mate. Mum's taking you out in public.
Most people would be like, oh, that's nice. They're sharing some quality time with their dad. No, they're waiting for the carnage.
Yeah, so not going to miss this opportunity. I'm like, oh, your faith in me is duly noted, lads.
Yeah. It's nice that you're spending time with your dad. No, it's purely mercenary, trust me.
Absolutely. And they're like, oh, how long's it going to be before he says something inappropriate that Mum then gives him the look for?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to do it. It's just sometimes you think something.
Yeah.
I think you've already said it because your voice...
You think she'd have learnt by now to work with what she's got.
Yeah. And it gets worse as you get older. You've got this all to come, mate.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm happily single, me, so...
Yeah, you will find when you hit 50, you suddenly get a little bit Tourette'sy.
That's all right.
And you'll sit there and go, blah. And people go, did you realise that you just said that out loud? Did I?
No, surely not. I'm deaf, I can't tell.
Yeah.
There's no one that can give me a disapproving look, so I'm probably going to get it even worse.
Oh, yeah. Helen normally leans over and goes, your quiet voice is loud. Okay, love.
Indoor voice. Yeah.
You carry on. You're in the grit when I get you home. All right, love. I'll be good.
Yeah.
Don't forget what I've told you. What's that, love?
I won't, love. What was it again?
Yeah. Remind me again. Really, she goes?
Just in case. Just out of interest. Just in case. What was it I'm not supposed to forget?
She just looks at me and goes, what did I do wrong? Why did I have to marry this spoon? Because you love me, love. That's why. Yeah.
Because I make a great cup of tea.
Yeah. You wouldn't have me any other way, my dear.
And then she sits there and goes, damn it, he's right.
I mean, the beauty of it is as well is you have a laugh, don't you? You know what I mean? That's what, to me, a marriage is all about. You've got to have a laugh. She's my best mate, the mother of me kids. I love her dearly. Yeah. But we have a good laugh.
But you can say to her, don't think of it as putting up with my ways. Think of it as building up the stories for later telling.
Yeah. But she does. She's like, why did I have to get the complete and utter spoonhead? Yeah.
She clearly never met Tony then.
Yeah.
She'd be like, all is forgiven.
It's strange because, like, my brother and that, they're kind of sensible.
Yeah.
And I'm just still goofing around, and my younger sister is always giggling at that. She says, it's what makes her laugh. She said, it's because you've always maintained that sense of childishness. And I went, absolutely. I can't be no different.
No, this is where you are. Paul Lyne says, I lived in a little village and was about 13 and 14 and was down the local park with some beer and the local copper turned up. He saw and recognised me as he knew my folks and said, where did you get the beer? I turned round and said it was my dad's. And he asked, does he know? I said no. So he told me to tell my dad and to repay him for the missing beer.
Brilliant.
Sometimes the things you think of on the spur of the moment aren't the best options.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's when you'd have to give the local copy your name. Right, I'm going to take your name. Yeah. And I'm going to let your parents know. And it's like, you don't know my parents. And they'd name your parents, where you lived. And you're like, perhaps he doesn't know my parents.
Yeah. Panzer says to you, Colin, that's called opening the mouth, inserting the feet before you engage the brain.
Oh, yeah, I'm notorious, mate.
Yeah, the difficulty with me and Colin is there's no connection between the brain and the mouth.
No, we just sit there and then you get that record scratch moment, don't you? And you look up at everyone and go, what? What's up?
But the thing with me, I don't know about you, but I think probably the same for you, but if anybody watched my stream last Sunday, when I was talking about the duality of the human brain, where you've got the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious side says, I shall go and brush my teeth, and then I shall wash my hands.
Yeah.
And then you say, is there any reason I should wash my hands first? Anything else I need to do first? And your unconscious brain goes, no.
Yeah.
Go for it. So you go and brush your teeth, and you wash your hands. And the moment you finish washing your hands, your unconscious side says, need a wee now.
Yeah.
And you're like, I've just washed my hand.
Yeah.
And I get the impression that part of my brain that forgets that it wants to go for a wee until I need to not have to wash my hands
on purpose. Yeah.
That's the one that makes me say things.
Yeah.
Like when to other people, in like you say, I think that's the part of my brain that is usually active when I'm talking to people and doing things.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I sit there sometimes and I'm like, I'll look at me boys and I go, how comes all this keeps happening to me? All she said was to behave, and I can't even do that. And they're like, yeah, but it's fun. And I go, yeah, I know, but look at the look. She is so piercing. Yeah, she's so peed at me. Yeah. I go, yeah, she's going to be speed dusting in the morning when you get up. And I'm like, oh no. And they're like, you're on your own.
You can say to them, when you were growing up, we didn't have central heating, we didn't need it. I kept getting the look, and that burned everything. It kept the house warm for months.
Yeah, and it's like all you had to do was, and I go, yeah, I know.
Speed dusting like that.
And she does. She's like, morning, yeah.
But don't forget, of course,
got one. Okay.
And everything she does has to be done noisily and deliberately.
Oh yeah, the noise they can make with a cup.
Put the cup down.
Legendary, yeah.
Yeah. She's not putting a cup down. She's making a point.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Of course, I'll amble in, and that voice that us blokes all do to our wives when we're in the doghouse.
Oh yeah.
You're like, all right, love.
You love it.
All right, my darling. I'm fine. Okay. Oh, it's cold out, isn't it?
Yeah, you go into like talking to the vicar small talk mode, which it doesn't work.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this is going to be a long day. I got up early. I might go back to bed. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, then you're like, so do you like stuff?
Yeah. It's like, oh, have you lost a few pounds there, love? Why are you trying to say I needed to? No, I'm not saying that at all. Saying you're looking slender, love. It's like, yeah, it's not working.
No. You suddenly return to like being 14 and on your first date and totally uncoordinated.
Yeah.
And whatever you say, it just makes it worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And you go to give them a hug, don't you? And you just get nothing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you look lovely in that shirt, love. Yeah, it's yours. Yeah. I'm wearing yours because you spilled wine on mine last night. Oh.
Yeah. When you were sick over me last night, you ruined my frock.
It's like, yeah, I should have mentioned that. Oh.
Yeah, that'll be why then. That'll be why.
And they just just do yourself a favour. Shut up.
Yeah.
Go away. I'll shut up and I'll go away, love. Bye.
And in the meantime, she's still speed dusting, and your nice marble worktop is the thickness of a cigarette paper. And it's like, oh, I think she might still have the ump on me there.
Yeah, the dog sat outside. It's like, I'm not going in there. You can get.
Yeah, the dog's just looking. So glad I'm not you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is partly why I'm happily single, because I'm happy not to be in trouble every single day of my life. Whenever I have been in relationships, it's always been a case of I just spend every day feeling like I'm in trouble, and it's not a good way to feel.
Oh no, but it's funny how we get ourselves into these situations and think that we could sweet talk our way out of it, and we are useless at it.
Yeah, we have none of those skills whatsoever.
But we convince ourselves that they'll fall for it.
I don't know if it's so much we convince ourselves or we conveniently forget the consequences of failing, which we do every single time.
Yeah.
But then miraculously instantly forget.
Yeah. I mean, you can laugh about it months later, but the frostiness between then and laughing about it is long and painful.
And the weird thing is, it's that thing as well when you sit there and you think, it can never go back to being friendly ever again. It's never going to, because there's no way to get, and before you know it, you're just back to normal. But you can't imagine how you're ever going to go back to being friendly and talkative when you've just done such a bad thing.
Yeah, she normally just goes, "You're daft, but I love you." And I go, "Yeah, I know. I do try to be normal, love, but yeah."
Did you ever do that thing where you drop a bollock somehow and you're in trouble, so you buy loads of flowers and then you get in trouble for spending all the money on flowers?
Yeah, what you go wasting your money on flowers for? Oh. You moan I don't buy you flowers. Yeah, I know I do, but you don't buy them to get yourself out the doghouse. Where do you get them? Because all the flower shops are shut, and then suddenly the reality dawns that she now knows you've been round and robbed flowers from different neighbours' gardens up and down the street. Yeah.
Or worse, you got them from the petrol station.
Oh, I've done that. Petrol station flowers that smell of petrol. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to learn the trick, you see. There's a trick to doing petrol station flowers, is you get them, but you have to throw the plastic wrapping away because that's what gives it away, the crappy plastic sleeve.
Yes. Yeah.
You find out that it's only the first time that you forget to do that because you don't know. The second time you know to
second time you're well adversed, didn't you? You're like,
yeah, you have some. You keep the crepe paper from the last proper flowers you got. When you throw them out, you accidentally don't throw that out, and you save it somewhere just in case for future pickle removage.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one who's done that.
Oh god, yeah. I had a drawer full of crepe paper and ribbons. just purely so it there's a crunch. I could go to the petrol station, buy flowers, get rid of the plastic thing, and wrap them in proper. There you go, love. There you go. Yeah. I'm forgiven there. Go on then.
I had a handful of bouquet cards as well. Go with them. It's like, yeah, good score that was, mate.
That was a good one.
Them. Yeah. To someone special. Yeah, there you go. That'll do. I'll have a handful of them bad boys.
Yeah, but unfortunately then you pick up a load of like B&Q colour swatches as well. It's like, oh wait. Oh.
Yeah.
We are idiots. It's what we do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you think that it's going to get you out the doghouse, don't you? My missus ends up, she gets the giggles.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she always does, and she'll say, do you know, no matter how hard I try to get annoyed with you, she said, I still end up seeing the funny side. She said, because how your bloody mind works and you got yourself into that situation, I can't get my head round.
It's true.
You should have been there, love.
Yeah, you needed to be there, really.
Yeah, you want to see the other bloke.
Yeah. I don't know whether to glue this guy's head on or not, or to paint it separately.
But her latest one is she sits there with me eldest lad, and when my youngest boy comes round, she just goes, see that bloke in the corner? Yeah, you both are going to end up like that. And I'm like, hi guys, all right.
All right.
She says you're going to be Tourette's. She said you're going to be unbearable to live with. And I'm like, yeah, but you're going to love them.
Yeah. You're going to be, but you're going to make them laugh.
But it's funny, a friend of mine travelled over from Australia because he emigrated all back in the 80s. And he said, I'll come into the UK, I'll pop and see you. Yeah, no worries. And he was shocked I was still married to the same woman.
I think you should rephrase that as one, he was shocked that the same woman was still married to you.
Yeah, you know, and he found it really bizarre. And I'm like, why? He said, I'm on my 4th marriage. I said, well, 4 women can't be wrong, mate, can they? And he said, yeah, he said, but he said, you started seeing her when you were 17. And I went, yeah, I know. I said, that's unbelievable. You know, I mean, we've been married, 31 years?
Yeah.
It's like, well, why is that such a thing, you know? But apparently it is. It's unusual.
It depends on what's going on, doesn't it? Some people it's going to work and some people it's not.
But he managed to talk himself into her good book by just letting her hear him go, Your missus needs a medal, mate. I'm like, yeah.
You can hear her nodding in the other room, can't you?
Yeah.
She's there going, oh yeah.
Oh yes, I'm right. Yeah, he knows she's listening, mate.
It is known.
But nah.
Yes, I managed to avoid all this by just, avoiding it. I think I'm just rubbish at such things. I'm better well out of it, I think, for the sake of all involved.
Yeah, but don't take no lessons from me, mate, because I am the bloke who's always getting the look. See, I've got the world's cutest, tiniest little motors to go in my turrets, Fox.
Oh, look at that!
Look at how tiny that's going to sit in there.
Oh God, that really is going to fit in there, isn't it?
Yeah. So look at that. Oh,
wow!
Are we going to have turret of turnedness?
You should go full screen so people can see. Go on.
Oh, you want me to go full screen?
Yeah, they can hardly see it on such a tiny screen. Yeah.
So that's me. What are these called? Sponsons, isn't it?
Turrets, dear.
Yeah, and that.
Sponsons.
And I've got the Icarus little motors.
Sponsor motors
that are going to sit inside, and by power of electricity and electronicsry, I'm going to be able to push a button on the remote, and it's going to turn a turret.
I assume you're going to have to build some kind of cogwheels and things into the bottom of the turret pins or whatever, just to.
Well, there's a sprocket on the end of that.
No, I mean, yeah, but you're gonna have to build something into the because you've got
a. Yeah, I can build something to go in there. Yeah, you are talking to the man with 3D printer.
This is true. This is indeed true.
Yeah, I mean, look how cute isn't it?
And the good thing is, of course, when you look through the gap in the bolters at the front where you can see into the sponsor, it just looks like a bit of interior machinery, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It'll look like a bit of interior gubbins.
Absolutely. So, you might want to sit at the table for a bit longer then, mate, because that's trouser tent. Trouser tent. Mildly moist.
Mildly moist. Panzer Koenig says, I tried flowers once to placate an upset ex, but the local florists were out of triffids. That little motor is an absolute jewel, says Candy Graham, and William says that's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah, you've got to do it, and it's electricity, mate.
I have no knowledge of such things, and my brain stops thinking about them.
Yeah, and it's going to have a little tiny. Where is it? I've got one here in a case.
You've got an ear in a case. That's criminal, that is.
It's going to have a tiny little Arduino Nano board in there that powers everything. That's programmed to run everything. So
that's kind of adorable.
Yeah. So that'll be more trouser tent each time.
Oh yes. Trouser tentularity.
And I've got a nice little bag of them motors, and finally found a use for them.
All right, Cole, got a new motor.
Hello, John, got a new motor.
The thing is, I look at Ted with his off-the-shelf lighting kit and you making your own lighting kit.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I think, yeah, I'm not lighting mine.
Yeah, it's something
I feel sad that I'm not, but I feel sad that I'm not. But I have no abilities in such thing. I just hate every minute of it, so I just avoid the risk.
It's one of those, where you sort of think, well, in your head you think, yeah, I want it to do this, 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 and this. And people go, oh, go and buy a lighting kit. And I look at the price of them and I'm like, hold on a minute, they want me to pay X, Y, Z amount of money for that when I could actually probably build that myself. So that's what's starting.
Yeah, you're just going, you what? You what? You what? You what?
He's having a bubble. How much?
You're having a bubble, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, how much?
God, I love your voice so much. I love your accent so much.
I hate it. I always have done.
I hate mine, but I'm sure people like mine, but yours is like, what? Because it's just, your accent means you can kind of get away with saying anything, really.
It's one of those...
you really could just say anything and get away with it now.
Yeah, I mean, people ask you to say stuff, don't they? You do it all the time. Can you say this? And it's like,
but no worries. You could say the wrong thing to the Pope and they'd be like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you're also really mindful of making sure you don't say the wrong thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
then you have to factor in, of course, you're really mindful, but we're talking about you and therefore you say it anyway.
Yeah, I normally forget, like the goldfish I am, and something will blurt out, and someone will go, "You do realise what you just said?" And I went, "What?" But sometimes what has happened as well to me, I've found, is you say something with a perfectly innocent meaning or intention.
Yep.
But because of the way you sound and the language or the wording that you use, it can sound like the biggest insult in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something I'm really acutely conscious of, because the last thing you want to do is offend people.
Let's be
mortified if someone gets offended by anything I say, you know.
I don't think it's that you don't want to offend people. I think it's you don't want to get into trouble.
Yeah, don't want to get into trouble. Yeah,
and it's more even when the missus isn't there, you instinctively think, I'm gonna get in trouble. She's not here, but she'll still hear what I said.
Yeah, she'll know I thought it, therefore I can't think it. So,
or somehow she'll find out.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you know, I can imagine you, like, somebody said, don't mention that she's put on some weight. Fat bird. Oh, wait.
Well, it gets back to the, you know, don't say anything about her fat bum. Who's fat ass? You know, and,
you have to say, who's fat ass? Dead loud.
Yeah, and it's always when the music ends and everyone just looks at you, don't they? The whole room just goes, and you're like, all right. And she's just looking at me, arms folded. Wait till I get you home.
So basically, the Festa user guide actually says in it, never take you to a library or a museum, or ideally a funeral or any quiet pastime.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, don't. Yeah.
Can you imagine taking you to like a bowling green or something?
Oh, it'd be a nightmare. I mean, we are that. I mean, we went through a stage as a family where a lot of us got married back in the 80s, and for some reason, there was always a fight at a wedding.
Would you please take to the dance floor for the fighting?
But yeah, there would always be a fight. I don't know about that. Yeah, so you would be driving up. I mean, one wedding we went to, it was all the way up in Axby with an H, just outside.
Axby with an H.
And we drove all the way up there, but on the way up there, the in joke was, who do we think the fight's going to be between? And, you know, that sort of thing. And it did. It kicked off at this wedding. The old bill were called. We were all getting bussed away, you know what I mean? And
it's not a proper family wedding unless there's a bit of fighting and somebody gets arrested.
Mate, it was a proper rumble and all. You had me, I was in one cell, my brother was in the other, the old man was in another one, my cousins were across the landing, you know, oh, mate. Proper tear up it was, but we the thing was I thought it was good to point out, but we didn't start fighting until Nan and Grandad had gone, because we didn't want them to see it.
Yeah, out of respect for your elders.
Out of respect for the old uns, we waited. Like that was going to help the situation.
Yeah, but obviously we didn't fight until the old uns had gone.
Yeah, obviously she's like, will you shut up? And I'm like, what, love? What was that?
I've assembled the dude. I've finished.
Oh, good man.
I've finished a dude. I've got like 10 more to build, but
let's
see if I can get it. I'm not going to glue his head on, but there you go. There's. I don't think his head's going to stay on, but there.
Oh, I'm going to put it full screen.
Is
full screen goodness.
Ragnar Blackmane.
Oh, there may be.
His head's come off a bit, but never mind.
There may be stirrings in the loins, mate.
Oh yeah, he's got his rather beautiful wolfskin cloak with its wolfy head.
Oh, that is going to be a painting dream, mate.
Oh yeah, dead easy to paint them as well. Actually, those kind of cloaks. Oh. He's jumping up in there and put some texture around his base.
See, he's a proper super dude because he's got a cape.
Yeah, well, he's a proper character, so he's got loads more detail. His head, you won't see it on camera, but his head, he's got like all his teeth, he's got his hair, he's got braids, he's got jewellery hanging off, he's got scars on his face.
Oh, mate.
It's going to take me a day just to paint his head. So I'm going to have to mount that on something and paint it separately.
Yeah, but you're going to have proper tentage when it's painted, aren't you? You're going to be...
Well, I proper nervous collapse when I try and paint his face.
Oh, really? I thought you was into all of that face painting stuff.
Well, for normal rank and file armour, it's a couple of flesh tones and a shade and it looks fine. But when it's an actual character, because what you're supposed to do is your rank and file troops, you paint them quickly. Nobody cares about them. But when you get a named character like this, these are the ones you're supposed to paint really, really nicely because they're expensive to use in the game and they come with a lot of extra power and stuff.
Yeah.
So you put all your effort into painting the named big important characters.
Yeah.
Whereas the rank and file, you've got to paint 100 of them, so you paint them quickly. So like this one, I'd have to do proper careful painting on this guy.
Proper profesh.
I know. Or proper, as close as I can get to
Good
profesh.
you are.
I'm not that good. I just gluing shit together.
I was trying to big you up, dude.
I know.
I was trying.
I know. But you seem to be happy to big me up, but not big yourself up.
Yeah, but that's different.
See that finger? See that finger? You know what that finger is?
Yeah, but that's different.
No, it's not.
I always see that if I was to be seen to be bigging myself up, that would seem vain. And yeah,
I don't know.
you know, it's like no, I'm not like that. I'm not up myself like that. Oh no.
You sure you're not a Catholic?
Not that I know of. My mum is Southern Irish, so
Yeah. I think maybe you've just got genetically the genetic part of the being a Catholic.
yeah.
Without
I
actually being a
kind of-
Catholic.
Yeah, I would quite happily let everyone in the room get praise, and then if it came my turn, I'd be looking around going, "Don't look at me. You've already done me. It's in next."
Yeah. I'm happy to get the praise as long as I don't have to actually stand up and talk.
Yeah, I find it uncomfortable, and don't get me wrong, it's lovely that people will see a video that you've done and go, I really like what you've done there, blah blah blah. But if I was to sit there and go, oh yeah, this is my build and I've done a splendid job, I would think that that's a little bit un-British. Yeah.
Praise from afar is fine, but praise close up is not as comfortable.
Yeah, it's a strange one.
I've
Go on.
just noticed Cy Reynolds, bless him, very kindly sent me all the instructions for these dudes.
No.
He didn't actually bother to include any of the data sheets, so if I did ever want to play them in a game, I've got no idea what their points are. Thanks, Cy. You'll have to buy the codex now, won't I, you git?
You sit there going, ha, got ya.
Don't know which ones to build. I've got a choice of an infiltrator squad or an incursor squad. I don't know what that means.
Infiltrator.
See, they look kind of mint. This guy's got like a radar dish on his helmet.
Oh, that wins hands down then.
Well, these guys have got like cameras on their backpacks, and this guy's carrying some sort of I don't know, landmine or big kind of. There's also there's an extra dude, and it's a little device of some sort.
Oh, mini droid.
Tiny device. Don't know. I might go for the infiltrator though, because that's more like my Kashyyyk. They play sneaky rather than explodey boomy.
I love your use of language.
Sneaky. Don't know which ones to build. Which helmets look best? Let's have a look. It's all about the helmets. Wait.
It's funny, Paul was saying to me in one of my hangouts that he struggled with why I don't have many subscribers compared to other model builders out there. And I said, because I'm guilty of not pimping myself.
Yeah, partly because you don't pick yourself, and
Yeah.
you need to really spew the content out.
Absolutely, you know what I mean? And it's, you know.
The
So we all do it.
reality is for a YouTube channel. Hello, Mama Fox.
Hello.
The reality is, she's been for a wee. The reality, didn't even tell you that, did I?
Oh,
The
bless her.
reality is that there's two ways a channel gets lots of subscribers. One is lots of content over time, and the other one is they put something up that just for some reason catches
Yeah.
and gets lots of people coming in.
Absolutely. Right place at the right time, mate.
Yeah, I was lucky that I did that D'Agostino Millennium Falcon for a few episodes.
Yes.
And I got a little boost of viewers up to about the first 5,000. And then from
Yes.
then, as you get more subscribers, It gets faster and faster.
Yes.
But if you don't get that little lucky break with a catch of some sort,
Yeah.
it takes longer because you've got to then just slowly build up your subscribers with content.
Absolutely.
But it's just doing the content.
I mean, when I
That's the
set my channel up, my goal was to get 100 subs.
Yep.
You know, when I got that 100 subs, I was chuffed to bits. Lynn's off to bed saying, your stream rivet counter is going to bed, bless her.
Oh,
She's got to work early tomorrow and Sunday night. Night, my friend. Stay safe. Take care.
Night, Lynn.
Thank you for coming in, love.
Oh, burpage.
Absolutely.
Fox, remember you're a painter, not a dentist, says Panzerconi. People are talking about Jack Lemmon, but I'm not quite sure why. What a legend, Jack Lemmon.
Oh,
yeah, so... go on, you said you set yourself a goal for 100 what?
Yeah, my goal was 100 subs.
Yeah.
You know, when I first set my channel up. And, you know, I had no aspirations above that, really. So as it's grown, it's very humbling. I know I'm still at that stage where I find the whole thing very humbling. And probably, you know, like you've said before, you're too British. But you're humbled.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you've got to... Well, no, you've got to be... You can be humble without being self-deprecating. You can be humble but still pimp the crap out of yourself, I suppose. Yeah. But it's just being comfortable doing it. But
yeah,
the important thing is as well, is also your motivation for doing it. If there's 2 reasons to do YouTube. One is because you enjoy it. Well, okay, there's 3 reasons to do YouTube. What have the Romans ever done for us? One is because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
That could be your only reason. In which case, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you've got.
Absolutely.
One is because you want to teach or share a thing. You want to spread the word about something like, you know, like we do. I teach people how to do what I do. That's my entire motive here.
Yeah.
Well, it's not entirely. So that's you know, that is the kind of thing where you want to get as many subscribers as possible.
Yeah.
But you might not. But it doesn't really matter. The third is you want to do it for a living, in which case you need 1 billion subscribers, and that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're just in it because it's fun, you don't care how many subscribers you've got. And if you're doing it just to teach people, you probably... It's better to have 100, you know, like 200 subscribers that you have a relationship with, that you can teach,
yes,
than have a 10,000 subscribers that you barely know.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I mean, it's...
I see mine as a family, you know, but I mean, I originally set my channel up as a legacy.
Yeah.
You know, for, you know, that moment type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And, you know, oh, look at the old man there dicking around, you know, blah, 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 you know, and that's kind of what I originally set it up as, you know, was just, well, you know, people can see what you built, people can see how you did it, and if they get something out of it and they've learned something and they can then pass it on in their own way, then my job's done. And that's how I've always looked at my channel, really, as my way of saying, well, this is how I did it. It's not necessarily the right way, it's my way, and if it works for you, good luck to you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. But it's more difficult for me because I'm kind of that I want to teach people, but I do it for a living, so I can't ignore.
Yeah.
Much as I'm happy to say if I had 200 subscribers, that'd be great because I can have a close relationship with them, and all I'm doing is teaching them. But at the end of the day, I need to make a living doing it, so I do need more subscribers. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, I'd love 1 million subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. Probably never going to get there.
No,
I don't do the kind of content that would grow to that kind of.
Yeah, the viral stuff and all of that.
Well, not even that. I'm not. You know, I'm not a Squidmar Miniatures who got from like 0 to 100,000 subscribers in about 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm not Spiky Bits. I'm not. Well, not Spiky Bits. Maybe I'm not. Zach Aurelius, who does 12 videos a day. Different things for different folks. I'm not that kind of content creator, so I don't think I'll get to that level. But
no, I mean, I only film
slowly, but
I only film maybe 1 in every 6 builds that I do.
Yeah.
Whereas if I was to film them all and just pump out the content, video after video after video, but I was always worried that if I did it that way, people would soon tire and go, oh, it's only another video from him. So
yeah, that's what you have to not think ever.
Yeah, so that was kind of, and I think that still is how I think at times with it. And it's almost like, oh, I better not put another video out just yet because I haven't long done one, so I wait.
The reason I can't think that, and I don't recommend anybody thinks that or like that, is because the kind of thing that I do is the sort of, the painting tutorial.
Yeah.
Or what I want to do. I don't do it all the time, but the kind of level I'm at is that I have to do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's like, next, I'm going to show you how to do chipping, like I've shown you in 100 other videos over the last 5 years. And it's the same process, but I can't afford to think that, otherwise I just stop making videos full stop.
Yeah, yeah.
And I always break the cycle. I'm just taping this guy's head down so it never gets lost. I break the cycle by saying to myself, well, yes, I've shown it 100 times before, but the person watching this may have just found this video through a search for how to paint X. And they may not have seen any other videos. So this might be the first video they've seen. And that breaks me out of the cycle of worrying about the fact that I'm showing something that I've shown 100 times before.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, the kind of videos I'm doing, it's the kind of Warhammer TV style of, today we're going to paint this thing using all the same techniques we've shown you 100 times. So I can't afford to think that.
It's like we were saying earlier, isn't it? I mean, that is always my thing, where I am guilty of overthinking it. And it's like, look, just video it, edit it, put it up there. If people watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they won't.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you're not going to get in trouble, and nobody's going to send you to the headmaster. They'll either watch it or they won't. If they watch it, brilliant. If they don't watch it, who cares?
Yeah.
They didn't watch it. Don't matter.
That's the stage I'm at with it at the moment, because it may come as a surprise, but I do get nagged in the Hangouts quite a bit.
Yeah.
I know why people do it.
I think even I know it's a bit bad when your viewers are actually nagging you to do content.
Yeah.
To pimp your content. I think even I would take that as a sign.
Yeah. And I know everyone means well. It's just difficult to break the habit, isn't it? It's difficult to change how you do stuff. And but it's like, I know you're all right.
It's difficult to change stuff, but it's more difficult to get nagged at all the time.
Yeah.
Think what you're putting us through is it's actually painful for us to keep nagging you. You're making us suffer.
Yeah, but you do enjoy doing it. You know you do.
Well, there is that. I'm not going to deny that.
See, now the biting makes sense.
Yeah. I'm going to let that dry for a bit longer, I think.
Yeah, I've got loads of magnetising to do. I'm going to be getting loads more magnets, Yeah,
you need some really, really tiny ones. If you look at, it does mean going through the sprues a lot.
Yeah.
But if you look at the antenna, there's like 2 antennas. I don't know if you've got one there to hand.
Let's have a look into where the antennas are.
It'll be on the sprue.
Yeah, I've got them in the turret. I've already done them. Yeah, there they are. Them.
If you look at, you've got the antenna itself.
Yeah.
Then you've got the little wiggly bit where there will be like the rubber.
Yeah.
Like the thing you get on a gear stick.
Yeah.
And then, hang on, hold it up a bit closer because I can't quite see it. Okay. Well, where there's the wiggly bit.
Yeah.
And then you get a solid bit where you could cut it with a saw to make a gap.
Oh, yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Where you can a gap between the box bit and the aerial bit.
Yeah.
There's a magnet that's just exactly the same diameter.
Oh, wow.
Just about. So you can actually glue one onto the box bit.
Yeah.
And then one onto the bottom of the aerial bit.
Yeah.
But you've got to get the right size. Alternatively, what I did on mine, because that's what I did on the aerial on what did I do it on? Whatever I was building the other day, I did it on that Space Marine thing. I did it on the aerial. Well, the other thing you could do is you could put a couple of magnets in the box thing.
Yes.
Or one or more magnets on the box thing, because they just glue to the side of the turret.
That's right, yeah, and have them attach.
Yeah, so stick a couple of magnets in the box thing, because it's hollow, and then get a couple on the...
Oh, yeah.
Then you can easily get them off for storage then.
It is, like, pretty much. Because when everything's not in use, it's going to sit in the Baneblade anyway. It's like, yeah. Because I'm going to be able to chop it and change it and add bits and make it fully modular.
Modulation. Well, that's what I'm going to start doing from now on, because I never thought of it before, but...
And the reality dawned on me then that, God, that's a lot of Berlin camo. I've got a mask on all of these as well, but I'm going to love it. So
you might regret doing Berlin camo.
Yeah, but I kind of like to challenge myself, and
I've got an easy job because when I do mine, because it's my first one and it's going to be one for my Death Korps Krieg army.
Yeah,
it's just going to be German grey. It's going to be German grey, but with the coloured stripe on the, like I've got these invasion stripes here, these like unit stripes.
Yeah,
that kind of thing on the front. Maybe not those colours. So my Baneblade is just going to be basically German grey. It's not, or it's going to be the Fang, I think. So my paint job's going to be dead easy.
Yeah, I'm doing full Berlin camo, but I am looking forward to it. And like I say, I'm going to paint it in stages, like mask the top. And then once I've painted this one will then come off, and then that one will go on, and then I'll match it all up and carry on. So it'll all be done, and then I can go in and not do a spider pig, but detail it all up. Do you like the way I did that? Just tried to disguise it.
I like the way you build that in. But at the end of the day, I suppose you've got it easy in a way, because no matter what you decide to paint it in Berlin camo, you're not doing digital camo like Chris did, which made you want to just jump off a cliff.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing big squares and rectangles on it.
Yeah.
And obviously the electrics and that are going to go in there, but they'll sit in the side pods so that all their gubbins, the different bits, they can just sit under there when they're not in use.
You do realise gubbins is a good orc word?
Oh yeah, proper orc, mate. Orc.
There's an orc, a glyph. Like, they've got the little glyphs that they use for their writing. One of them is a square with like half a cogwheel.
Oh, right.
And the translation is gubbins.
Gubbins.
It means gubbins, which also means like mechanical parts, bits, or machinery.
Oh, yeah. Well, Vince is wanting to teach me Dungeons and Dragons, and he sent me over a couple of Berserker characters. So that's you, that is.
That's you, that is.
So I did the voice and everything. He's got a name, and it's like, yeah.
I think if you ever did, for any reason, play Warhammer 40k, you'd have to play as orcs. Just because you could put dialogue to your game. All right, lads, come over here. Let's do some.
Do you know, though, I'd actually do that. I might have to do an orc army now and do a stream.
Yeah.
And do the proper, here, have you a bit of this?
Let's go cramp them beaties.
Yeah, let's go and have us some of this.
Yeah, it's like they call the Space Marines like beakies, because in the early days they had like them beaky helmets.
Yeah.
And they like to crump things. And the orc currency is teeth.
Yeah.
Because the teeth grow and fall out all the time. And what they do is, if you want to get rich in orc society, you just go and crump a few heads together until all the teeth fall out, and then you've just got loads of teeth then. They all fight. It's all fighting all the time.
Yeah. Dad's disappeared, by the way, because his meds have kicked in, bless him.
Oh, bless him. Take care, Dad.
Yeah, there you go, mate. Thanks for chat, Dolly, and for us two idiots in the background, mate. And bless him. He has stayed up. He's been up since the early doors this morning.
No. Yeah,
but he's 302, mate. We've done well.
Is it? Oh, dear Lord.
I know.
Oh, dear Emperor, would you look at the time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think if you played Warhammer, you'd have to play as an orc.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be done, mate, isn't it?
I can't see you being Space Marines or you'd be orcs.
Yeah, it's got to be in it. Orcify everything.
Orcs are just football hooligans. They're the comedy relief of 40k.
Yeah. It's the Keystone Cops of Warhammer world, isn't it?
Yeah. If you ever get a chance to send you the link, you should read the 1D4chan write-up of orcs. It's like slightly humorous, but it's just funny to read.
Yeah, I can see myself ending up with an orc army and perhaps do something in a spoofy way.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's just orcs anyway.
Yeah. Like,
you can't really spoof orcs because they're already kind of comedy.
Yeah, just imagine Paul Stewart licking his lips now going, oh, I'm so going to sit and watch that.
Oh, yeah. Raging Modeler will be all over that because he's building an orc army.
Oh, is he?
He's threatening my Death Korps Krieg army with his orc army.
Oh, good man, Raging
He likes
Modeler.
to believe that he's going to beat me. No.
See, he's like me. He's a bit of a nut job and all, isn't he? You know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
in the nicest possible way. So,
a nut job in the nicest possible way.
Yeah, So, yeah, I can imagine he would do pretty well at that.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't beat me because I'm Death Korps and he'll be orcs, and I've got a Baneblade and he hasn't. So.
Yeah, but he might have stolen your Baneblade with his orc army. And turned it on you.
Yeah, but the difference is I'm Imperial, so I can have Sly Marbo. Sly Marbo is this one single commando who can kick everybody's ass.
Oh, right.
He can basically arm wrestle a tank and win. He's basically Chuck Norris.
He's Chuck Norris on steroids.
Yep, you can deploy him on the tabletop, and he's basically your entire army.
Yeah, happy days, mate. I'm gonna finish my Baneblade at that tonight because I've done loads and loads and loads and loads of gluage of goodness.
You have. You've done a lot there.
Yeah, I'm quite chuffed with it.
I do like that. I do like that fixed turret. The one you just put away, the Stug looking one that has that's.
This bad boy.
Yeah, that's for all the guns that are fixed turrets. They don't move anywhere.
Yeah, it has got a look of meanness about it, isn't it?
It's a little bit stubby.
Yeah.
Stubby.
Yeah. And these will all get masked up and painted, and yeah, gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I think you will. You've got months and months ahead of you painting and building.
Oh, absolutely. But it's one of those, isn't it? You can't. Dare I say it, you can't sit and rush it, can you? I know I've built a lot tonight, but this is only the build stage. I'm going to go around and finesse everything.
Ooh. I think before you leave everybody tonight, I think you should open the Valkyrie box and see what's inside.
You want the Valkyrie box open, do you?
Just a little bit, just to have a quick sniff.
Yeah, is this you sort of? Oh, go on, Cole, please open it. Go on.
I haven't actually looked at mine. I've had it in a box. I've had mine for 2.5 years, and I've not even opened the box yet.
Being that you asked so nicely, I shall open up the box.
I just want to sniff in the box.
That sounds so wrong.
It does, doesn't it? There's no way that can even begin to sound right.
Yeah, it's like, we did.
I also may have just done a bit of a trump.
That's all right, mate. That wrong bit of trumpage.
It was a bit of a cushion creeper there, unfortunately. So
was it? Oh, it was one of those, was it? Let's just get that out of the way.
I was recording some voiceover this morning. Actually, I was recording some voiceover, and I had to do a massive trump. So I literally stood up and trumped at the microphone. I was so tempted to just use it. I deleted it in the end, but it was hilarious. I was like, and after I was like, I should have kept that. Oh. No, it was a proper window rattler. I mean.
Oh, proper man one then.
Yeah. Man of 1,000 butt cheeks. It was like,
Let's just put that over there because that's getting primed tomorrow. And
going to be primed tomorrow.
Dun, 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 dun,
moistness is happening. Of course, when I do mine, it might be deathcore, so it might just be German grey.
Oh, that's cheating.
It's deathcore. They don't do funny colours, they do grey.
Cellophane has been removed.
Gonna be a cellophane wrapping. Look at that old box, old design box.
Oh, look at that.
It's a top loader as well. Get in.
Are you all right? Do you want me to lay spruage out for you?
I'm just good. Being Astra Militarum and Imperial Guard, of course, it's made of boxes.
Clear.
Bit canopy mask in there. Now I will tell you, you probably have to do some remedial polishing on that canopy if you want it to look nice, because Games Workshop clear parts come scratched to hell.
Well, they're not too bad.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, you'll give it a dip, but
yeah.
I mean, on the orc thing I'm doing, mine's all scratched up, but I don't care because it's orcs. So.
Spruce of goodness.
Winged.
Are you all right? Are you all right?
I'm a little bit excited.
Are you coping?
I'm coping.
Smell the freshness. Waft, 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 waft.
I want to touch it with my hands.
Do you want me to send you a piece in a jiffy bag?
I want to touch it with my hand parts.
Oh, look.
Look at that separate canopy frame as well.
I know.
I don't know if you can build it without the actual clear canopy, because the canopy itself has a frame moulded into it, but then you also get the canopy frame on top. So I don't know if you can build it with a frame with no canopy, like Hollywood style.
Probably could do. I've got sheets of clear acetate.
Well, I don't know, because I think that needs the clear bit underneath it. Oh yeah, you get pilots and you get the dudes to mount the guns.
Yeah. Oh.
Not too complicated.
No. But I'll tell you something again. Beautifully moulded.
Mm-hmm.
And dare I say it, this is another big Warhammer kit that I've got.
Yeah,
and I see a pattern developing here, mate.
Although you do keep... I've set you on a path of building Imperial stuff when you might want to build an Orc army, but...
That's right.
It's all experience.
They are nice bits of machinery, mate. That's how I see them.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Trouser tentage, mate. Suitably applied.
Quano Man says, I can totally see Colin driving an actual Baneblade down to the corner shop for a bottle of Vimto.
Oh, yeah. I'd have a go.
And Phil East explains with Sly Marbo, because I said about Sly Marbo being like a one-man army.
Yeah.
He explains Sly as in Stallone and Marbo for Rambo. That's exactly why it's called Sly Marbo.
Oh, right.
He looks like Arnie from Predator as well, which is the best bit.
Yeah, no, that's a couple of decent kits there that I'm looking forward to doing, mate, to be honest with you. Oh, right. I suppose it's that time of night.
It's that time of tomorrow already.
Yeah, where we can say good night and thank you to anyone and everyone that has popped in and kept us two idiots company for the evening.
There's a few people in the chat right now who are going to get about 6 hours of sleep.
Yes, yeah.
Me included.
Mate, if it's any consolation, I'm about to go and have me dinner.
And well, but you're out of sync anyway.
Oh, yeah. I won't go to bed until about midday tomorrow, mate, or today. Yeah, you know.
But there's a few in the chat there who are in this country, so they should be in bed by now. They'll be getting up till...
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's just nice to do something different, and it's a nice little Friday night stream, isn't it?
Yeah. I enjoy doing these because I don't normally go to bed till about 1:30, 2 o'clock anyway. So
well, yeah, we're night orcs, mate.
Yeah.
As long as people want to see us two idiots, we'll carry on doing these.
Makes me feel less guilty when I get up at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good shout, because you can say Festa kept me going, Mum, until
it's not my fault, Mum. It's Colin's fault.
Yeah, he did it and made me stay.
He made me do a thing on the telly box.
Candy Graham from Mungo saying thanks for the live stream, Colin and Fox. Take care,
More than
everyone.
welcome. I built one dude.
Yes, and I suppose that showed
Ragnar the Red. I mean, no, not Ragnar the Red.
Show the viewers what I've been and
Once
done.
was a warrior called Ragnar the Red.
Built all of that lot.
Oh, moisture.
And all of that lot in there.
Look at the moisturarity. How many sponsors are you building? 2 or 4?
All of them.
4, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to build everything. Anything and everything that can be glued together.
You're not tempted to get glued together. You're not tempted to get another extra sprue and build another 2, so you get 6.
I am, actually. To be honest with you, because you sent me another sprue, didn't you?
Yeah, you should have 4 now in total.
Yeah,
so.
and I am tempted because it's going to look a bit naked, in it, with
just 4.
Well, I got over a dozen of them little motors, so
6 sponsors.
6, 7 there. Yeah, I can do that.
6 sponsors.
You know you want me to.
Of course I do. I want you to build like 12. I want you to build sponsors on sponsors. Hell, I want you to put legs on that thing.
Yeah, festerize it.
Yeah.
I've just had another idea.
Oh yeah.
I might get the saw out and I might be able to do it where everything is on the one Baneblade.
See, there is another possibility as well. If you decide to go all orcish in the future, orcs can use captured vehicles.
Oh.
So they take like a Baneblade or a Valkyrie or something. If it's abandoned in the field, they can take it and fix it and repair it and cover it in bits of sheet, plating, metal, and all kinds of bits and bobs.
So you can orcify it.
Yeah. Do a Google search for like orc Baneblade and you'll get some amazing things.
May have a copious amount of orc greebles.
Ooh. So you never know. You could build all of these as orcified vehicles. Have a Google search for orc Baneblade.
I certainly shall, mate.
They've got like turrets on turret. There's an orc Baneblade where they've got, like a rhino.
Yeah.
They've got a rhino instead of a turret. Mm-hmm. So they built the turret on the Baneblade is actually a rhino with the tracks taken off.
Oh.
And then they've got a turret on top of that.
Can't have too much turretage, mate.
No.
You know I'm going to order another sprue now, don't you?
I do know that.
This is why you suggested it, isn't it? You're a man of menacings.
I like to gently push you down the stream of
that
chaos.
was a subtle hint, I must admit.
I'm not suggesting things you haven't already thought of yourself.
I know. That's the killer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, mate, gonna love and leave everyone. Thank you all for joining us too for the live stream, and we look forward to seeing you again on the next one.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock for Skyrim Saturday.
Yes,
because I've finished the next episode for the Orc Bomber thing, so I can have a day off. I can play some Skyrim tomorrow. So 3 o'clock tomorrow, Skyrim Saturday. Yay! And then back on Sunday for Warhammer.
Don't forget to tune in, folks. Keep him company.
Aye.
Until then,
pimp yourself, dear. Pimp yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel free to tune in to the Sunday show, the Sunday Brunch.
There you go.
I'll be back Monday with Mike at the bench and Wednesday with Dave at the bench.
Yep.
So until then, folks, catch up with you soon.
Take care, everyone. Adios, amoebas.
It's a Baneblade.
Oh, moist.
Moist.
Look at the moisture alert.